Welcome back, everyone, to Questioner. Today, no video game topic today. Sergio, me, my sister, and Sergio's wife, Susan, we all went to Japan, and we want to talk about it. So, yeah, that's just gonna be our main topic of today. But I mean, there are some news that came out. um, First one is Mortal Kombat Remake, the first one, and it looks great.
Dude, it's crazy because it's a remake, but it's not a remake at the same time.
Hmm.
Do you know the story? What's going on in the? Okay, so first of all, I don't keep up with the story, but my friend is like my best friend. He's like really into Mortal Kombat, and he tries to play most of them, but he saw like a 40-minute video explaining the whole story, and he's like, "Well, spoiler. I'm just gonna spoil it for you." If that's okay with you. Yeah. Okay. So somehow in the last game, they tried going back in time to prevent a bunch of shit from happening and whatever, right? That's kind of how it happened. So when this trailer dropped, it's like, it's the clock. And then he sends it to me. He's like, dude, they're doing it. Like, they're going back in time. Like, it's going to be like it's like not a remaster. It's like a remake of Mortal Kombat 1, but it's not because it's still part of the storyline. And it's like, he's so fucking excited.
That's cool.
Yeah, I was like, oh, dude, it looks cool.
Oh, okay, that's actually a good idea because I know the plot of it is like a mess. You know, like if you really like look into it, it makes no sense at all and all that. So this is a good chance for them to kind of go, let's reboot it, but you know, people who still love it can still have this one and all. You know, so that's smart. I like that.
And it's cool too because his name's Ed. I believe his name's Ed Boon, the creator of Mortal Kombat. And what's it called? He tweeted like the thing, right? The clock, the video, like the teaser, and he's like, oh, you know, be ready. And so like 2 days later, he put back on Twitter, who said it was Mortal Kombat, and then everyone was like, oh shit, Injustice 3. And so that's because we're fans of Injustice as well. And then I was like, dude, like what the fuck? Like either way, it's gonna be awesome. And I was so excited for Injustice 3, man, because like we beat those games in like 1 or 2 days. Just do it like that. Like just one full playthrough. And when it was Mortal Kombat, I was like, ah, damn it. But either way, it's still gonna be awesome.
Yeah, I still haven't beaten Injustice 2.
No, do you have it?
I have it. Yeah, I got like some special edition. Basically, has like all of the DLC stuff in it.
Yeah, the last time that we played it, I'm not sure why you weren't there. I think your sister was here. It was when our friend Jay came down to visit, and he had texted us, like, hey, we're gonna go down. Like, you guys want to chill? And I was like, how long are you gonna be here? And he's like, oh, like maybe like 3-4 days. And I was like, okay, we need you for 2 days. Bring Injustice. We're gonna beat it. And he's like, oh yeah, for sure. I haven't even played it. I've been waiting to like take it down like with you guys. And he like straight up like 2 days straight just beat the whole game. And we're like, fuck yeah, this is awesome.
Yeah. That's cool. But yeah, I'm not that into the whole Mortal Kombat games. So, but I'm actually down to try this. Sorry, I'm down to try this one because it's a reboot and I can finally like move along with the story. So we'll see how it goes. I'm excited.
Yeah, I mean, I suck at it because I button smash, but I mean, either way, I fucking love it. It's just like the fatalities, and it's so brutal, man. Like that game itself is like the reason why the rating system is there.
Oh yeah, for sure. No, was it? I think that docu series I told you about, video game. That's what it's called. I think they made one about Mortal Kombat, so you should definitely check that out.
I'll check it out. Yeah, dude, that game. A whole bunch of controversy with the first one.
Oh, for sure. Actually, I don't know if it was about Mortal Kombat specifically, or it was about the rating system, because I know they brought up one game that was like, it wasn't like computer graphics. It was actually like live people, and you can
Oh,
like
yeah,
control.
that's Mortal
Yeah.
Kombat. That was the first Mortal Kombat, and like before that, there was no rating system. And then just because it was arcades, right? Just
Hmm.
because like parents or like adults were like, oh, what the fuck is that? Like kids are playing this, and it's just because it's so brutal. Like, well, it's just for back in the day, like like it's just like live action, but
Hmm.
like there's a bunch of blood and like the fatalities are crazy as hell. And they're like,
Yeah.
no, we need to like control this, and that's when the
Hmm.
ESRB rating system was created, and it's like, no,
Hmm.
you need to submit your game to this, and we need to rate it for you guys. And it's like if they don't mention something and they find it in the game, they're like, oh no, you gotta put it back, and they find them like a bunch of fucking money. It's crazy. It's dude, that whole thing, that
Hmm.
whole ESRB thing is fucking insane, dude. Like just to
Oh
like
yeah.
if me and you were to make a game, it's just like a whole hassle just to get it approved with them. It's crazy.
Hmm. Yeah. No, actually, I forgot that Mortal Kombat like they actually use like film people to make
Mm-hmm.
some of the moves and all that.
Yeah.
But the game that I was talking about the whole rating system, it was about this. You're sitting like you're looking at camera monitors and all that, and you know that this like group of girls that are having a slumber party, they're about to be attacked by, I think they said like it was vampires or ninjas or maybe both, and all that, and like you have to set off traps in the home to like
It
stop them from getting
it's
to
an
the
old
girls.
PC game, right?
Yeah.
I think I know where I've heard of that. I've heard of that
Yeah,
before. I
but
don't know
basically,
what it's called, but I have heard of that, like that plot line.
yeah, but basically, like parents were kind of like, "Oh my gosh, you're showing like
Mm-hmm.
girls, and like
Yeah.
I don't know, half naked or something. I don't know what it was exactly that they got mad about, but yeah, that's an interesting episode. Um, yeah. Other piece of news: Super Mario movie did cross 1 billion. That was awesome. uh, so we'll see what they're gonna do next. I don't know. I'm surprised they haven't announced anything really. Like even just like another Nintendo movie. Um, but
They'll take their time. I mean, we all know the second one's in the works, and I'm
mm,
assuming they're gonna like. Well, if this one did really good, I'm pretty sure another franchise is gonna do awesome. You know what would be so cool though? Metroid Prime.
Metroid and Star Fox are the only ones I can see
Mm-hmm.
like live action.
Already, Metroid. I feel like with Metroid, they should do like this, not suspense, but not well, kind of like horror, but not really. Keep
Mm,
it like if it's like animated like this one, um, but kind of still kind of keep it creepy.
yeah.
That'd be pretty cool.
Hmm.
Just because I mean you're just like in space or like you're in the planet by yourself.
Hmm. I would love if a studio actually tried to make a horror animated movie. Like, I wonder how that would work. That would be super hard though. I don't know.
Or Luigi's Mansion. That would be awesome.
Luigi's Mansion. That one would just be full on comedy though.
Yeah, it would be full on comedy, but still, I would love to see that, and then with just like the
Mhm.
music from the game.
Yeah. Oh man.
That'd be cool. I would love it.
Mm. Yeah. Um. Oh yeah, and then you said the movie's out on digital already. I'm just gonna wait for it on DVD though. I want that. Either Target
Steelbook.
exclusive or Steelbook. Target exclusives are pretty sick. But
Yeah, and
yeah.
actually, when that had came out, when there were like a bunch of like steelbooks and all that for like either Best Buy or Target. At
Mhm.
first, I was like, ah, whatever. But then when I would like go to the store and be like, damn, that looks fucking nice,
Yeah.
and I'm just like, I don't need it. I
Yeah,
have no room for it.
yeah, I get you. No, I barely have room for mine, but like
Hmm. Either
I love
way.
physical media, so
Yeah,
uh,
it's just like the closet between your sister and your room is just filled with fucking movies.
movies and books, dude, it's
Yeah,
insane.
it's cool. I like that part of the
Mm,
house.
yeah. Um, and then you mentioned some state of play or whatever.
Yeah, so Sony announced the state. Well, like oh my goodness, I had showcase. There we go. The
Hmm.
PlayStation showcase on May 24th. Um, I'm assuming they're just gonna show off for sure Spider-Man, I believe, because I think Insomniac, the studio behind it, kind of tweeted about it.
Mm,
And I was like, oh, well, for sure they have to show off Spider-Man. And then people are saying,
yeah.
like, oh, it might be coming out late, like holiday this year or spring next year, which is, I mean, it's pretty fast.
Hmm. Oh, I hope the holidays.
Yeah. No, same here, dude. I really want to play that game.
Sure. And I
I
mean,
love the
well,
first one.
it would make sense if they announce or like they showed something because of on Free Comic Book Day they made like a comic that was sort of like a prequel to the game,
Oh, yeah.
leading up
Forgot
to
about
it.
that.
Yeah. So I think it will be a good time for that.
Hmm.
I didn't read it. I'll try looking it up for next show, but or for next episode. Uh, but yeah, I would hope so. I don't know what else they would talk about. Yeah, I don't know what else is coming out for PlayStation. So,
Yeah, I'm pretty sure they'll announce like here, like a few things here and there. But I'm
mm-hmm.
mostly excited for Spider-Man just because I think that's the next game I'm waiting for.
Mm-hmm. That's
Oh, maybe
cool.
Final Fantasy 16. That'd be fucking awesome because I really want to play that fucking game. That game looks sick as fuck.
Mm-hmm. I gotta get that one remake though that they did Final Fantasy, the one that like
Oh, Final Fantasy 7.
I think so. I think that was the one.
Yeah,
Yeah,
the one where
that's.
it's like, yeah, dude, that game took fucking forever to finish.
Oh,
It's
really?
not, and it's not even done. That's the thing. It's like they did like, oh, here's part one, and then they're gonna do part two, and then they're gonna do part
Yeah.
three. And I'm like, dude, like, it took you guys this so like that game got announced for the PlayStation 3 when the PS3 came out. That was 2007. This is like what we're in 2023, dude. Like,
Holy
it
shit.
took so long, dude. And it's like if I delivered apparently, so that's a good thing. But
Mm-hmm.
supposedly they want to do either 2 parts or 3 parts. But I know the game's fucking long. And what I've heard, it's like yeah, they're like probably like 35% done with the game.
Oh
So just
god.
depending on how they do it, I don't know.
God
But
damn.
yeah, either way, I mean, I think since now they kind of have the hang of it, just because like because they went through different studios and they're like, okay, well, this studio is gonna take over, and they built it up from the ground up, and then again and again and again, and it just kept going through different places, and then like Square Enix is like, nah, fuck this shit, let's just take care of it ourselves, and then it came out.
Mm-hmm.
I think I'm pretty sure they'll do fine though.
Yeah, I mean, if they want to take their time with it, that's awesome. I know
But
that's a
yeah, I don't want to be
boatload.
fucking 70 though when it comes out.
That's true too. Oh my god, that's hold on. Came out in 2021 or 2022. When did it come out?
Either or, let me see.
Let's just say 2021. That would be
Mm-hmm.
like 14, 15 years it took him to finish
Yeah,
it.
but I
Fuck.
think since they started, it came out in 2020.
2020. Okay,
So this is
then.
3 years later. I'm assuming that if anything, it'll come out in 3 years. The other part, just
Mm-hmm.
because, like I said, they took like maybe 4 or 5 years because when they got back to Square Enix, they scratched everything and started from there again.
Mm,
So that probably took
okay.
5 6 years.
God
But
damn.
hey, fuck it. Well, quick question: Have you started? Have you played Hogwarts yet?
No, I still haven't gotten it.
Oh, okay. I stopped playing it. I never really like. I got into it, but I don't know. Something about it. I was just like, whatever. But they released. It was like a little article that they said like when they were developing the game, they started. The game was based off of like a morality system,
Mm-hmm.
so pretty much like good and evil. And
Yeah.
then I was like, oh shit! Like I forgot about that because yeah, when they did announce the game, people there was mentioning that yeah, you can do that. You can like, and then it's like it went into like some deep ass shit. Like yeah, like it depends. Like if you're good, then you'll be good helping people. But if you turn evil, you can learn more of evil
Dark
spells and
arts.
like torture people and like just like fuck with students. And I was like, damn, that would have been so cool. I think that's what kind of put me off with the game because it's you can't really be evil.
Mm,
And I mean you can learn like the 3 deadly curses or like the forbidden curses, but other than that, it doesn't really affect like your like storyline. You know how like some games like like Infamous. You know how like you can choose to go the good route, the bad route.
yeah.
And like it doesn't really affect it like that. I think the only one that does affect it is like if you fuck up one mission, you can't learn the one that kills you, the Avada Kedavra.
Okay.
Yeah, so that's it. But yeah,
Mm,
I was like, oh, that's neat. I was like, maybe like when they make this, if they, I'm pretty sure it'll make a sequel because I mean, this one did really good and it was fun to
mm,
play. Um, hopefully they can do like throw that in there for that game.
yeah. That's honestly surprising that there wasn't. I mean, I know I know it didn't have it, but like it's honestly surprising that they didn't do that. Put in like a what's it called?
Morality. Oh my god, I can't even say that word. Like
Yeah,
a
it's hard.
moral system.
Yeah, moral system.
Yeah.
Because I mean, what could they have done? Like the more evil you get, maybe the less information you get, maybe to progress in the
Mm-hmm.
mission. Like you have to torture people or something to get information. Or I don't
Because
know.
they're all scared of you and
Yeah, yeah.
shit.
So and then I don't know. And maybe like the friends the friends that you make in the game they're either like good or bad too, something
Mm-hmm.
like that. That'd be kind of cool. Or I guess it can be like Infamous, where the people that you meet they either turn bad with you or turn good with you.
Yeah.
Uh, and so, dang, that's actually that was a missed opportunity.
That's so, yeah. It sounds fun, right? Yeah.
hmm Yeah, and I mean, I know when the game was coming out, not a lot of people were talking about the story much. I mean, not because of spoilers or anything, just because, but I never really heard of like, oh, the story's great and all that, blah blah. Blah. Like, no, it's just kind of like this is all the fun things that we can do.
Yeah. Oh, then I don't know if you saw that either. They announced a Quidditch game.
Quidditch. Oh, like, oh yeah, I think I've heard that.
Yeah, like just Quidditch, and then well, people were like, "Was this in development with the game, the Hogwarts Legacy game?" Because it's like out of nowhere, like they just have a Quidditch game coming out. So people are saying that it might have been part of the game, and they're like, "Oh, we didn't have enough time to do it," so they took it off. But then maybe they're like, "No, let's do a Quidditch game by itself,"
Mm-hmm.
which
That
is pretty
makes
cool.
more
I mean,
sense.
yeah,
Yeah, that makes more sense, especially like maybe you can do it online. I don't know.
hmm
But that'd be kind of interesting.
hopefully it's fun.
Uh,
Yeah,
I don't play a lot of sports games, so but I know like anyone. Whenever I hear people talk about it, though, they're just like so into it. Just like they always talk shit to each other, like you fucked up on this game and all that, or like I
yeah,
beat your ass on this. I don't know,
yeah. That's how
and
we
so
are.
I wonder how. So I wonder how that's gonna be.
That's fun.
Yeah, I don't think
I
there was
think
any other news.
yeah, I think that's it for the news. I mean, I'm pretty sure there's a bunch more, but
Yeah,
we always forget shit.
yeah, for sure. We'll see. Have you played anything?
You know what? I've been stuck on Battlefield 2042,
Okay.
and I was playing with one of my coworkers for a bit, and then out of nowhere, because they added my favorite Battlefield game is Battlefield 3, and there's a game in a map in there called Caspian Border, and
Mm-hmm.
they brought it to 2042. Well, it's been on there, but I never got to play it, and then finally I got there, and I was like, holy shit! Like this is like a map that I haven't played since like the PlayStation 3, and so what's it called, dude? I got so stuck on it, and then I found like I finally looked because you can look up servers, so it'd be like, oh, this map 24/7, 1,000 tickets, 3 hours, and you're just there playing
Mm-hmm.
for 3 hours. It's like, and it's like, oh crap, dude, it's so much fun. I'm having so much fun than I thought I was gonna have. I was telling my brothers like not so long ago, I was like, yeah, like it's fun, but it's not that fun because I always compare it to my favorite one, and it's like it's not that good. But now I'm having really fun with it. I found like different servers and like just doing like different. What's always conquest like this the main Battlefield game mode,
Mm-hmm.
which is you just capture objectives. Like, you just capture like locations and like okay, like hold it, and then like if the enemy goes, they can capture it too, which is pretty cool.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, other than that, I've been playing Cult of the Lamb still.
Mm.
Excuse me, I don't know if I told you about that one that I've
Uh,
been playing it.
I don't think so.
Yeah, I brought it up in the show before, where it's you're like a little lamb and they kill you, and then the like a demon's like, oh, like they did you wrong, so like let me help you by helping me, and you
Mm-hmm.
just gather followers and stuff like that, and it's so like it's kind of brutal because it's kind of bloody, but it's fucking
Yeah.
cute because you're like you bring in like little animals and you can like customize them, so oh, you'll be a horse or you'll be like this, and they're all like two-legged animals, and you can name them. So I've been naming them after people, and I named one of them after one of my cousins and
Mm-hmm.
my little brother Angel. And I told my little brother, I was like, oh look, this is you in the game. He's like, oh, like am I good, like am I loyal to you? And he's like, no dude, like you and my cousin, like you guys are like the main loyal guys, like you guys are like up there, man. And then and then I texted him a picture of the game because he started talking to me in the game, and I was like, in the text, I was like, dude, you have some weird like kinks, and he's like, what are you talking about? And I sent him the picture, and like his character was telling me like, oh savior, like I know this is a weird request, but my dream has always been to eat a bowl of poop.
Oh my god.
Like, and then he's like, and then it's like, oh, can you help me fulfill that dream? And you're like, well, you can accept or decline, like, but if you decline it, like his faith goes down. So I was like, yeah, I'll help you. And like in the game, when they eat, they poop, so you can pick it up and you can use it as a manure. So like, because you have to grow plants. Oh, so it's like Animal Crossing. You have to grow plants. You have to build their houses and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And so like when you're making the food, it tells you like bowl of poop, and I was like, well, fuck it, and I I gave it to him, and he just ran into it, and he starts eating it, and then he's all like, oh my god, like thank you so much, my life has been fulfilled, like this is the best day ever. Right after, his face turns green, and he just goes. He starts
Oh my
throwing
god.
up. He starts throwing up, and he starts walking with a limp, and he's holding his stomach, and he's sick. And I was like, oh shit, they can get sick. And I was like, well, it makes sense. He just ate poop, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I went to go talk to him. He's like, thanks for fulfilling my dream, but I don't feel good anymore. And I was, because the characters can die, so I was like, fuck, I don't want him to die. So I just kind of paused it, and I just looked online how to cure the followers, how to cure the followers with sickness.
Mm-hmm.
And it's just like, oh, just send them to bed and they'll be fine. Like, oh, okay, cool. So yeah, I just told him like, hey, I talked to him again. He's like, hey, just go to bed. And he's like, okay. And like the next day passes, and he's like, hey, I feel all better. Thanks for the poop. And I was like, what the fuck, man? I was like, that's so weird, but yeah, I'm having so much fun with it. It's really fun. I'm so glad I actually picked it up.
That's cool.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
And there's another part where so you have to do like a service. You build like a little church, and you pray and all that.
Mm-hmm.
And you have like a bar, and every character has like their own bar. It's like, oh, how much they believe in you, how much they think that you're the one, you know. And so if their faith gets low, they start trying to spread lies to the other followers, and they have like a microphone. They're just like, and it's like, oh shit, you know, like I have to take care of them, because if they start spreading lies, then they're gonna start believing them. They're gonna leave the cult, and then you have no resources. So then what you can do is you can teach them, or you have to like re-educate them. So you just talk to them like, hey, like you know, this is me, like I am, who I say I am. And then you can also sacrifice them. So like if the other people are like, oh shit, like you know, maybe he is telling lies, you sacrifice him, and they're like, oh yeah, never mind, he's cool. And then what you can also do is that you get I don't know how to describe it, but it's like, you know, when like when they get the guillotine, like if you're gonna die by a guillotine,
yeah,
you know, they put your head through that thing with your hands like that. And so you can get one of those without chopping their heads off and all that, and they're stuck there for like days. So you're pretty much not torturing, but you're just having them there, and they look all sad, and you just have to re-educate them every day. And then I was gonna sacrifice this one, because I was like, oh, I can finally sacrifice people. Like, you know what, I'll give you one more day. If you don't listen to me, you're dead, buddy. And then like, you know, the day happened, and like he's like, hey, yeah, I believe in you again. I was like, oh, god damn it. So I couldn't sacrifice him.
That's funny. That's cool. No,
I'll make you next. I'll make you next.
Okay. That's really cool. I've never been into like the Animal Crossing stuff or Sims. I really did try Animal Crossing, but you know, I couldn't stick with it and all that. So
yeah, I like it. I
cool.
like the beginning of it, just like you know, do this, do that, and like pay your house off. But after you pay off your house, it's more of a okay. Well, now customize. Or in the new one, customize your island or customize your town. Then I hate doing that shit, dude. Like I'm like, no, dude. Like this is boring. Like I'm not gonna do that.
Yeah.
But with this one, with with Animal Crossing, the newest one, I was like, I got obsessed with it just because of the what is it? Well, that lady, the tulips, yeah, the turnips, yeah,
turnips.
Like, I got it, yeah. Oh man, I was really into that, and that was it. I was like, okay, I was like, I need to chill.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's pretty cool.
Yeah, and well, I've been playing Tears of the Kingdom.
I am so disappointed in you.
What?
Yeah, dude. I was like, me and David, we got this. We're not gonna buy it right now. And then I get a stupid picture from you, and I was like, god damn it, now I want to play it.
Yeah. No, I couldn't wait, honestly. I was hoping to wait till like I get paid. But I couldn't. So yeah, I got it. I've been playing it since. And it's fun. It's really, really fun. It's cool like to be back in this world, seeing all the changes, and like the cool thing about this is that the world feels a lot more fuller in a way. Like like it feels like there's a lot more people here to talk to and all that, and actually like interact with.
So it's not just like a big old empty.
Yeah, like the first one it was pretty empty, you know. Like you just saw people, you do talk to them real quick, but like, but then you just pass by and all. This one though, like I feel like if I really do try to like talk to everyone, I'll end up having like way more quests to go on than I thought, you know. And so that's really cool because it really kind of gives you a challenge to try to like, because they'll be like, I really want this thing from this certain place, and you really have to like look at the map, like, okay, where is that at again? I don't remember or something like that. Or
Is it the same map though? I mean,
yeah,
I'm
it's the
assuming it
same.
is, right? Like
Yeah,
everything's the same.
yeah, basically it's all the same. I think
Okay.
maybe just there's some places that are like higher than lower because
Yeah, because of
the
whatever's going on.
yeah. Um, and so yeah, so that's really cool. That was really cool, like to see that in the beginning and all. At first, I wasn't sure how to feel about the whole combining. You know how you can combine
Oh
weapons and all
yeah,
that.
dude. Yeah.
For a while, I was kind of like, is that really going to be necessary? Because I mean, you can just get cool weapons. No,
Mm-hmm.
they figured out that like you kind of have to do that.
Yeah.
Yeah, and so that was really cool. It's fun trying to like actually like force myself to fight monsters to get certain items
Mm-hmm.
and really make my weapons stronger. Like you really do it. I'm sure you've seen this online, but like you can get so fucking. You have to get creative
Have
with
you
this
seen
game,
what people are doing in that fucking game?
dude. My favorite thing was
the
when I saw
the
that.
Korax.
Yeah, that was my favorite thing. Because at first I was like, "Oh, how dare you like
Yeah.
torture Koraks? You know they're Koraks and all that." And
Yeah.
then the first video I see this guy riding on a horse pulling a cart, and and he just has like a bunch of flamethrowers around it hitting the Korok, and I
Oh,
was
I
like,
haven't seen that one. I've seen the one
"Okay."
where I've seen the guy in the when he's on the horse and he's pulling the cart with the Korak and he's crucified. Have you seen that one?
That one, yes, that was that one. I think it did have flames in that one though too. So
Oh my
like,
god, dude. It's
as soon
so
as I saw that,
funny, man.
I was like, okay, that's pretty creative, honestly. That's cool. And then some people actually like make robots.
Dude, yes. Like
That's
mechs and all that. It's
insane.
crazy.
Oh my god, like I and then I know they mentioned people just keep making bridges to like just fix all their problems, trying to get to from one place to another.
I just saw one today. It was a video and it said like a developer spends 3 years making this complicated puzzle, and it's like they're just building like a they're building you know the ice, you know, can make the ice with the water, like the
Yeah.
brick or whatever. He made a bridge out of just fucking combining, like putting them together, and he skipped the whole fucking thing.
Yeah. And I actually do try to like solve it with just like the tools that they give me on those puzzles, but then sometimes I get so confused and I'm just like, oh wait, I could have just done this whole time, and then I don't know if it
Yeah.
was like supposed to be that, but I mean, hey,
Well, I mean,
at
Breath
least I
of the Wild
passed
was
it.
like that too.
Yeah, that's true. But like
Uh-huh.
I feel like that one though, you the way you do it though, it's like you kind of have to do parkour in a sense
Yeah.
to solve it.
It's
This
like,
one
okay,
though,
do
you
this. Yeah, do this, get blown up, do it again, blow up. It's like,
mm,
it's a bunch of crazy shit. No, but the shit that they're making this game, dude, I saw this guy. He's like, oh, this is part 3 of like my aircraft. And I was like, what the fuck is he talking about? And it's like a
mm-hmm.
fucking, like it's just like an aircraft. And he put like, I guess, lasers and bombs. And he's just bombing like a little, you know, like those, when you're walking around and they have like those, imagine like a campsite, but it's like a skull. And like
Yeah,
the enemies are in there, and it's just bombing the fuck out of that place, dude. And I
yeah.
was like, part 3, dude. I was like, what do you mean part 3? What the hell is part 1 and 2? And like, yeah, just go back to part 1. It sucked ass. Part 2, it got better, and part 3 was like, holy shit, this guy made it like so fucking efficient. Like it's just
Mhm.
bombing everything. It's just killing everything right there.
Yeah.
But like, yeah, you see the mechs walking, and it's like, what the fuck, dude? Like, I saw this tweet, and it's like, it was the, I don't know if you've seen it. It was the mech. Like some guy just like built a like a walking mech, like
Hmm.
a Gundam, just walking around just shooting shit, you know. And I was like, what the fuck? And then he like subtweeted it. So he goes, I attached my sword to my sword. And I was like, yeah, that's gonna be me, because I mean, I'm not gonna get like too clever into building stuff like that, because it's too much, man.
Oh
Like
yeah, no.
I give it props to like what it can make, but I'm just like intimidated. Excuse me, intimidated just by it, just because it's like I know I will never like do something so cool like that, and
Hmm.
it's crazy, man.
Yeah, yeah. And I mean, for me though, like I'm way focused on the story, so like I'm not gonna take my time building all this kind of stuff,
Hmm.
And I especially hate it though when I'm building something and I'm like, yeah, I think I can just do this, and then I can just make it through and blah blah blah, and then it doesn't work, and then I finally just go, I could have just done this whole time, huh? Fuck. Like
Yeah.
one time there was these two rails, and but like you have to like just get like a big piece of wood and just kind of like slide it and all that.
Mm-hmm.
Like that's all you had to do. And then at one point there was only one rail, and I'm like, well, how the fuck am I supposed to get through this? Like this makes no sense. So I'm like, so I'm building a bridge but like making it in a way so that it'll stay on that one rail, but like it just
Mm-hmm.
wouldn't work. And then finally I thought maybe just try to make a bridge long enough to make it. Couldn't do that either. What the fuck do I do? And then finally I looked at the pieces that I got, and there was this like kind of like this big piece of concrete that was L shaped, just like this. And I went, son of a bitch! I connected it. I was supposed to be I'm supposed to take this ball to the other side. I
Yeah.
just stuck it together and used the L shape to make it like a hook and just write it on the rail. I'm like, oh my freaking god, are you serious?
That's
It's
so
just
cool, dude. I fucking Zelda, dude.
yeah, no, this game, like if you have crazy imagination, I think you'll have like a lot of fun with this. um um I
There
was
was this. I don't know. Oh, I'm sorry. Go for it. Yeah.
I was gonna say, like, my one little complaint,
Mhm.
and this is just my problem, is that I don't have that like sense of wonder. Like I don't really care about exploring the world as much. I know I said like if I really did try, you can talk to all people, but like I'm not into that the side
Mhm.
quest stuff. I'm just focused on the main story, and I'm literally just like teleporting everywhere and just flying everywhere, like going over everything. Whereas
Yeah.
in Breath of the Wild, I would literally be like, that mountain, I'm gonna climb it, and then I'll get something
Do you think
cool.
it's because it's like, I mean, you've been there before already, or
Yeah, that's for
I think,
sure it.
yeah,
Hmm.
that's
I
what kind
mean,
of like kind of is like, I want to play the game, but I'm in no rush to play it just because I feel like it's, well, like you said, it's the same map, and I know there's much more to do,
hmm
but it's like it would have been nice to like maybe add like different areas, like, or
hmm
expand it. That would have
yeah.
been pretty cool.
I mean, I like exploring all the sky places and all that, like
Hmm.
trying to get to them and all. The thing though is that you'll eventually get to them because of the main story, and so you don't really like. There's no rush for you to explore them yourself, unlike in Breath of the Wild, where you just like, yeah, I can go to the main story, but I also want to go through here. Like, let's see what I
Yeah.
can find and all.
Oh yeah, no,
Um,
dude. Like Breath of the Wild, I took months just exploring, and then finally I was just like, I'm gonna try finishing the game, and then I finished it, and I was like, oh, that's, if you take out all the exploring, there's nothing, not really much of a story.
yeah, no, yeah. This
Mhm.
one's, I guess you could say it's the same thing. I'm liking the story a bit more. Something
Mhm.
very interesting happened. I won't say what it is, but like I really want to rush to get everything that I need to kind of like get the whole story and see what
Yeah.
happens in the end. And
Do they have
so
that photo mode again?
the photo mode, yeah.
You know how like
Oh,
you go to like different areas and like you unlock like a little video if you take a picture.
it's not a picture, but yeah, but you can basically do something like that.
Oh, okay,
Um,
cool. Because
yeah,
I like those a lot. I enjoyed that.
yeah, it's really cool. That
Mhm.
was the interesting part. That was gonna
Yeah.
say like those, like getting all of those, and you're kind of like, okay, what's gonna happen? And then something
Yeah.
happened that I'm like, oh my god, I gotta see to the end.
That's cool, man.
um,
I'm glad you're having fun with it.
no, yeah, and I mean, yeah, I mean, so far it's great. Um, right now I'm having trouble with the boss fight.
Hmm.
Um, and I'm getting mad because I had this piece of weapon that like would have helped a lot with against this boss, but it broke. Like
Oh
way
wow.
before I had it, and like as soon as I'm fighting the boss, I'm like, fuck, I could have used it. And I'm trying to look up how I can get that weapon again that I had, um, but it's just I can't. I have to like go somewhere else to
Hmm.
find a whole bunch of stuff and all that. But it's too much. So now I'm like debating, should I just go for it? Like just use what I have and all that and see what
Yeah.
happens or what. So I don't know. It's tough.
That's cool, man.
Yeah. Um, but yeah, that's that's what I've been playing.
Yeah. Well, do you want to get into it or?
Yeah. So yeah, we went to Japan. Um, Short version of it. It was fun. It was
It
really
was
fun.
awesome, dude. Oh my
Great
god.
experience. Would definitely do it again. Honestly, I don't care how expensive it was.
You know what? It wasn't that bad.
No, not really.
Technically, well, I mean, the most expensive stuff was like the plane ticket, the JR passes, the Airbnb.
And that's it, actually,
I
honestly.
think that's it. Because once you're there, it's like if you have all those already done, like
Hmm.
easy.
The only time I worried about my money was when because I'm only okay. No, let's just start from the beginning.
All right.
Basically, yeah. I mean, well, we had to prepare. Yeah, we got the plane tickets. You had
Mm-hmm.
to get these things called JR passes, where you can go to all the train systems, and you know, for
Dude, when Susan told me like, yeah, we need to get the JR pass because like it's like a pass, and then you just you read the trains, right? And I was like, that's stupid. Like, why don't we just just pay for it?
mm-hmm.
And then when we like 3 days in, I was like, thank God we got the JR pass.
Oh yeah, for sure, get it. Because if you don't, that's a majority of your money is just gonna go in the
Yeah, dude.
trains and all that. So
And I mean,
definitely,
it's fairly cheap, but you're riding trains everywhere over
hmm
there. It's not even trains. It covers some buses, trolleys, and it's just nice to have.
no, yeah, for sure. So definitely get that, and then yeah, we got like the Airbnb stuff. That one,
Mm.
uh, just be careful.
Yeah, I
And
still
yeah,
have mine
that's
in my wallet.
the what?
The pass.
Oh yeah, same. I
Yeah,
even have
I
the one
take
that
it everywhere.
yeah, you remember the one that we like that the machine never took. Uh,
Oh yeah, I
for
think I
like
still have that too. I don't know where it's
yeah,
at,
that
but
one like I
it should be in my
wanna.
wallet.
I was thinking about okay, so when we get the JR passes, we get like a you get it in the mail, and it
Hmm.
comes with like a map of all of Japan basically, and I kind of want to like put my Pokemon stickers that I got on like the map that we got from the JR
Oh yeah,
pass,
yeah.
and put the ticket there. And so I don't know, just I'm still trying to figure it out like what to do with some of my stuff. um,
Hey,
uh,
real fast. Oh,
hmm,
just go, just go. Well, I'll ask you when we get to it.
okay. And yeah, like you said, that was mostly just some of the expensive stuff, and then we took like $1,000 to the trip, and I
Hmm.
mean you'll have some money left. I think if you
Yeah,
want to like spend your whole money, I would say probably maybe 800 to take, but like just
yeah.
take 1,000, uh,
Well,
just to be safe,
Me and
obviously.
Susan took like what we took like 1,500, like for both of us.
Mm-hmm.
So which is what like 750 each. We
Mm-hmm.
came back with like we came back with like almost like what 200 or so.
Yeah.
So it's not bad, honestly. It is fairly cheap.
Oh
It's not
yeah.
like Mexico cheap, but it's fairly cheap.
Mm-hmm. I mean, we'll get to like some of the stuff that we bought, and all. But yeah, we were counting down the days as soon as we got those plane tickets. Honestly, we got them like 6 months in advance and all. It was just chaos for some for part of
Yeah,
it. Uh,
it was just like leaving LAX,
mm-hmm.
and that was it. Everything
Yeah.
else after that, good. And then me and my wife like hit like on the last day too, or like the second to the last day, we're like a good portion of our fucking day just got ruined.
Yeah. I was getting stressed out though towards the when we were getting towards our trip
Mhm.
because I applied to a new job and all that, and my job and the job that I had during the trip, um I didn't know if I was gonna get it for like I think like a month before. My boss went up to me and he's like, when's your vacation? I'm like April 1st, or like in the beginning of April. He's
Yeah.
like, yeah, that's not gonna happen. Or like, I don't think that's gonna happen. Like he literally said that to me, and I'm going, why? It's like, oh, it's Easter Sunday basically, or like Easter weekend
Oh yeah, yeah.
at that time, and someone else that put in for vacation, and that guy that put in for vacation, he had like seniority over me.
Oh
uh
wow.
and so yeah, I just it couldn't be two of us leaving at the same time, especially like me and him. We have like our own sections that like nobody else kind of touches, like
Yeah.
it's always just us. And so
Hmm.
whenever one of us leaves, it kind of like throws everything off. Or like on our days off, whenever one of us is gone, throws everything off. And but he saw like when I put it in, which is like months
Yeah,
ago
like
and
a
all
long
that.
time ago. Yeah.
Yeah, and so he's just kind of like, and then I told him where I was going. I'm like, I'm going to Japan, dude. And he's just kind of like, fuck, I can't ruin that for someone,
Yeah, no.
So me and the other guy were off, and everyone worked 6 days that week.
No shit.
Ye- yeah.
That's funny.
Yeah, so that's like But yeah, no, I was just stressing out towards our trip because I had no idea what it was if I was gonna get it or at all.
Mm-hmm.
But luckily though, like I said, I applied to a new job and I had gotten it. uh, and I was going to start like yeah, like a week after our trip, and all.
2 weeks.
Oh yeah, 2 weeks after our
Yeah, because
trip.
when we got back, you still had a week left, and because
Yeah,
I
yeah.
asked you over there, I was like, "When do you start your new job? Like, is it like on Monday when we get back?" And you're like, "Oh no, I still have another week." I was like, "Oh, okay, that's not that bad then."
Um, and so yeah, so that part was stressful because I was like, should I apply to this? Because I'm like, I don't want to like get the job and be like, also I'm going on vacation, you know. So that was stressful. But luckily though, like I told them beforehand, they were like, yeah, you can just start on this day and you'll be good. And I'm like, perfect. And so yeah, I had to talk to my boss about it, and just everything worked out perfectly. Uh, and yeah, and then the only thing we just had to worry about was going to LA, getting to that flight, and oh my god,
Dude,
that
that was
fucking
like that was just okay. But like, what you were stressing about that, but about your job and all that. But I was
Mhm.
stressing because I had told my parents, I was like, "Hey, can you guys take us on this day to LAX in the morning, just because we're gonna go to Japan?" They're like, "Yeah, we'll take you." And then like the month of, I was like, "Okay, so we're still good on going, right?" And then they're like, "Where?" And I was like, "What do you mean where? Like you like we have the right bag, we need to go." And then my dad's like, "Oh well, it's because my dad works like at a sugar factory, and like it's he's there full time, but it's like usually seasonal, so." Pretty much when we like that week we left, that's when it's like, oh, it's busy as hell. Like that's when all the
oh,
sugar beets are like in season, and like that's when everyone works, and his schedule is always like, oh, ever since I was a kid, right? His schedule like around that time would always be either, oh, I work mornings for a week, or I work graveyards for a week, or I work this time to this time, and most of the time he's doing like 14, 16 hour shifts, just because like if someone calls up, he has to stay.
oof.
And so I was like, fucking shit, like I mean, I was just like I get it, Dad. Like because a bunch of shit had happened recently at
Mhm.
his work. I was like, I get it, but you did tell me, and he's no, yeah, like don't worry, like I'll call off either way. Like I'm good. I was like, all right, fucking. I was like, I fucking better be. Like, and so like yeah, they like yeah. What was it? 2 days before, he's like, oh yeah, like we're good. Like I ended up switching with someone. I was like, oh, okay, cool, that's fine. Like just whatever, just make it happen, Dad.
Yeah.
Okay, so at 2 a.m. We'll head to the house at 2 a.m. and we'll go there. We'll go from there.
Mhm. Okay, that's
That was my stressful shit.
yeah, yeah. But yeah, we make it to the airport, and everything's chill at first. We're just sitting there. We're waiting. We got there like 2 hours before.
Hell no, we got there like the plane left at 4. I mean at 10. The
Well,
plane yeah, the flight leaves at 10. We got there like at 6 a.m. Dude, we got there like 4 hours early.
oh, okay, yeah,
Yeah,
okay.
we got there super early. I mean, I'd rather be super early than oh fuck it,
Oh yeah,
let's be in a hurry.
for sure. People,
Yeah,
seriously, if you're taking a long trip that was expensive, do that. Don't,
yeah. Show up really early.
because you never know, and especially well, we'll talk about it on the train back, on the plane back. Um, but yeah, well, I mean, once we got to our gate, though, everything was just still pretty chill, nothing out of the ordinary. And then the flight attendants, they go, "Oh, we're switching your gate. It's on this one, whatever." It's like we were like on
It's
two
across.
thirty.
Yeah, it's literally across the whole airport.
Yeah, basically. So we go all the way there, and we're just like,
Did you
"Cool, chill."
did you notice though? Like when they told us like, oh, you're in gate so and so, right? When we got there, did you notice that on the door it said LAX to Japan to Tokyo, but it was a different airport.
Was it?
Yeah, it
Mm.
had, the whole time it had said a different airport, and we're like, I was talking to students like, why did it say that? Like, are we in the right one? And we're like, no, yeah, we are because everyone like people around us were actually talking about it too. And I was like, okay, I was like, well, maybe their flight leaves earlier, and then when they leave, our plane comes in and they'll change. And then that's when they moved us, and we're like, oh, okay, maybe they fucked up or some shit.
Mm.
So yeah, so then we head to the other gate, which is literally across the whole fucking airport,
Mm.
and we're like, cool, and we stay there. And then
Mm.
it's like what's this was like already like 8, right? And we're like, like so close,
Mm.
and then they just go, oh, flight so and so to Tokyo has been delayed because of what was it like aircraft maintenance or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, ah, well, fuck it, it's barely 8, so it's not that bad.
Yeah.
And then it got worse.
Mm-hmm.
That's crazy, man.
And then they tell us again, hey, your gate is changing. It's on this one. And we basically go like, across the airport again. And just everyone just like starts running over there, trying to get there as fast as they can. Which I mean,
Yeah.
I don't know why we were running, even though it was going to be delayed either way.
Well,
And I can't.
that's because it's like, oh, like, I'm assuming. Well, in our hitch, we were like, they're moving our gate again, and it's like, oh shit, like, well, when the fuck is it taking off? Like, do we have to be there right there and then? Because this was like before it was initially taken off. This was like 9 a.m. I think, and then we're just everyone's rushing, and it was fucking far, dude.
Yeah,
and it's like we thought we were at the furthest part of the airport, and it's dude, it's just you're going through stairs, climbing stairs, going downstairs.
Mm-hmm.
And it's just hectic, man. Like, it's just like a bunch of people just heading over there, and I would like see people looking at us. They're like, "What the fuck is going on?"
Mm-hmm.
Just seeing like a bunch of groups, and it's funny because when we were heading over there, did you hear the guy on the phone? He was on the phone with someone like, "No, like they told us to go to this gate," and they're like, "No, they told you to go to the other gate," and there were like it was like a whole miscommunication.
Mm-hmm.
So when we get to that gate, they're like, "No, you're not supposed to be here. You're supposed to be at this other gate."
Mm-hmm.
So we had to go all the way back,
Yeah.
and I was looking at the guy, and he was fucking mad. He's like, excuse me language. They fucking told us to go to gate so and so, and I was like, yeah, you're right, because why the fuck would we be here? But they had told his wife that no, it's not that gate, it's the other gate. So she was at the right gate, and then we get to that gate, and then they go, oh yeah, for this flight, you have to go to this gate, and we're like, what the fuck, dude? Like, what's going on?
Yeah, and then at one point. We had like a little conversation with one of the flight attendants. She was checking like people's passports and all that, and we just kind of struck up a conversation and all. And then at one point when they tell us to move to a different gate, we're going over there, and we make it there. It was perfectly fine. You, Ali, and Susan went to the bathroom, and so I waited outside with everyone's bags, and I see the lady that we were talking. I see the lady that we were talking to. She sees me. I'm like, oh hey. And she's like, oh, you're in this plane, right? And I'm like, yeah, I'm sorry. Like, literally, as soon as everyone was getting there, she comes up to me and goes, I'm sorry, it's on this gate. So we had to, we had to
go back to where we were.
Dude, yeah. And so, like, you guys were in the bathroom, so I'm like, oh, fuck. Like, I don't want to, like, deal with this traffic, especially because, like, we're technically, like, ahead of everyone, Like, we know this info. It's I texted you guys like they changed the gate again. Come on, go, hurry. and I thought I was hoping we would leave right away, but no, fucking Ali and Susan, they come up to me and they're like, the lady told me the gates changed and all that, and they're just like, are you sure? I'm like, yes. The lady literally came up to me, wrote down the number of the gate on her hand, and showed me. Like, I'm trying to tell them, let's go, but they don't believe me. So
it wasn't until like I remember I came out of the bathroom and I was like, what the fuck happened? They're like, dude, they switched the gates. And then I remember them saying like, but are you sure? And I just see like a bunch of people just going back, and I was like, are you fucking kidding me, dude? Like, are you like, what the fuck is going on?
Yeah.
And I was like, I know, like, and I was like, in my head I was like, I know that like delays are common, but it's like, okay, but why the fuck are we moving so much?
Yeah. like
fuck?
I don't understand it. Like, can't you just keep the plane in one place and figure something out or something? Like, I don't know. It was insane. I think we moved like 5 or 6 times, basically.
Dude, eventually they moved us to like the basement.
Yeah, we had to go like, downstairs.
Yeah, they're like, okay, this is the final gate, and then it's like, okay, cool. We go downward. Where the fuck are we? Like, we're like on the floor. Like, like you can see the planes, like the tires and all that shit. We're like, what the fuck? And we're just waiting there, and they're all like, oh, like they don't have an ETA, they don't have any, like, they weren't telling you the shit, and then they're just like, just wait, and we're fuck, dude, we're like, what the fuck? And then we were standing for like maybe an hour, and we're like, nah, let's just go over there, like there's some seats, let's just go sit down, could if anything take a nap, because dude, we didn't fucking sleep. And this was already like what, so we didn't sleep, this was already maybe like 12. Like 12:30ish, and we're just waiting, and we sit down, and then I love it because they're like, oh, like, like for the inconvenience, we have snacks, we have water
Mm-hmm.
and chips, or like, yeah, just bring your what was it? Just bring your boarding pass so we can offer you like the thing. Everyone was like, what the fuck? Chips and water? Fucking, we want food. We're hungry.
Yeah,
Like,
and we knew right away though they're gonna tell us that they're gonna tell us to go to a different gate, aren't they?
yeah,
That's where they're
no,
giving the
yeah,
free snacks. And sure enough, as the line was getting bigger for the snacks, they go also, go on this gate now, and then everyone there, oh my god, like just starts screaming, like, are you kidding me? Like we were fucking
oh
done,
man, dude.
honestly. And we literally ended
We're
up back where we
I
started.
was so done with it, but I was just more mad. Just it was Susan, my wife, like she's pregnant, so like
Mm-hmm.
the whole time I felt so bad for her, dude. I was like,
Mm-hmm.
fuck, like she has to walk all this.
Yeah.
Oh
No,
god, dude,
Susan.
that was so annoying.
Susan was a champ on this whole trip. Okay, she's
Oh yeah,
pregnant.
she
She
was.
walked around everywhere. Yeah, me and Natalie, we complained a lot about our sore feet. I can only imagine how Susan was. Oof. But I mean, this is a good trip still.
Yeah,
But yeah, like I said, we ended up back where we started, basically going all over the airport, and so it was
going
just.
everywhere to the airport to go back to the second spot that they sent us to. And we're like, are you? When we got back, I was like, are you fucking kidding me? Like we're back where we. I was like, whatever. Like
Just
I was just
get
so
me on the
fed up.
flight.
Yeah.
Yeah.
By then it's fucking 2 p.m.
Mhm. Yeah, finally we make it to the plane. And I mean it was a good flight. I mean, it was super long, 12 hours. It felt like 20. But
Excuse
um
me.
I was just, what was I? No, I listened to a couple podcasts, mostly audiobook, and all that. That's basically
I was trying to take a nap, dude, just because it's like, fuck, we haven't slept the whole time.
Mm-hmm.
And then I was just like, oh god. And I just, oh my god. If you're, I don't know. Next time we go in, like if we ever do go to Japan again, we need to get first class. Like it's so uncomfortable. Like yeah, it's
I
cheaper
get
and
you.
all that, but fuck, dude, like it's for 12 hours just sitting there, and then the
Mhm.
Wi-Fi sucks.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, so the Wi-Fi sucks, and you're just like trying to take a nap, but you can't because you're well. This is my personal. I mean, you slept most of it, right?
Yeah, I would dip out every once in a while.
Yeah, your sister slept through the whole fucking thing somehow.
Oh my god, I know.
Yeah, I don't know how the fuck she did that. And then, well,
Yeah.
me and Susan were just like in and out, and then what was it? The Wi-Fi sucked, and I was like, oh, whatever, And then but the food.
Oh, the food was really good. What was
Oh,
it? Like a
so
cheese ravioli or something?
we got cheese ravioli.
Yeah.
Whew,
That
God,
was
it was so delicious.
somehow it was just delicious. I don't know.
It
But
was really fucking good, and I felt
mhm,
bad for Susan because I really wanted her to try it because she's gonna love it, but she's
mm.
lactose intolerant. So I was like, okay,
Oh,
yeah.
okay.
I was offering it to her. I was like, "Do you want some?" She's like, "No, like I don't want to risk it." I
Mhm,
was like, all right, whatever.
mhm.
And
And-
so I forgot what she got, but she said it tasted pretty good. I think
mm,
she got curry, and she's like,
oh,
"Oh, it's
that's
pretty
cool.
good." Yeah, and she was like, "It's pretty good." I was like, "Oh, it's not that bad." And
Mhm.
she's like, "Do you want to try it?" I was like, "Nah, I'm good with mine." I'm good with
Yeah.
mine. I was like, "It was so
Mhm.
fucking." The thing that did bother me with that though, it's like it's a 12-hour flight, so it's like I would assume maybe like 5 hours in they would give you the food. Nope, first hour.
Oh yeah, I forgot
And I
about
was
that.
like, "What the fuck, dude? Like, I'm gonna
Hmm.
get hungry when I get off."
Yeah, and especially because like as soon as I got in the flight, I was actually falling asleep. Like as soon as I
Mhm.
sat down,
Oh
and so
yeah,
I'm barely waking up. Like, huh, what's going on? And they're
yeah.
giving the food. I'm like, oh shit, okay, all right, I guess I'm
Yeah,
eating.
I had to
And
wake up
so
Susan and your sister. I was like, "Hey, wake up, guys!" And they're like, "What?" I'm like, "Food." And they're like, "What the fuck?" And I
yeah.
was like, I got scared because like, I don't want to wake up my wife. She's fucking tired and she just fell
Mhm.
asleep. And if you know my wife, that's not a good sign.
Yeah. But yeah.
And it's so funny because like when we got on the plane, we're like, "Oh, we're finally going." We thought our problems were done.
Mm. Oh my god.
I totally forgot about when we landed, and we're like, "Oh fuck! Oh
Y-
fuck!
mhm.
Fuck!"
Yeah. But yeah, like I said, smooth flight. There was this one guy that stood up for the entire flight.
Dude, right? He was
I
like, I told Susan, I looked over her and I was like, dude, that's our boss. And she's like, what? I'm like, yeah, he hasn't sat down. Like, he would sit down to like, like the turbulence,
mhm.
because it's like mandatory pretty much. And then he would get back up. And I was like, what the fuck, dude? Like, maybe his feet get swollen or something like that. Because you know
I
how you're supposed
mean,
to walk or something?
I mean, maybe, but like, seriously, like, dude, 12-hour flight. You know, it's insane.
Yeah,
Uh,
I mean, I think that would be me too because I mean, I wanted to stand up every like, well, because I stand up a lot and I walk around a lot in
mm,
my house. I can't really stand still.
nah, okay.
So when I was there, I was like, fuck, like I was just like anxious to like just get up. Maybe because he did have the front row seat,
Hmm.
so it's like he has nothing in front of him, and then he could just be there.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Yeah, still, I couldn't believe it. uh, yeah, we landed, going through all the custom stuff. It was kind of complicated, but you know, if you have everything ready,
Which I didn't.
it's which you did not, and it was kind of crazy.
Oh
Um,
man, that was well. It was only one form. It was just like Susan was like, "I told you." I was like, "Yeah, you told me to get this one.
mhm.
I told you to get the other one." I was like, "I don't when." She's like,
Yeah.
on the way to LA. And it's like we don't have Wi-Fi, so I was like, "Fuck."
Mhm. I mean,
And
basically, just stuff that like,
yeah, just have it.
you've got.
It's really easy. It's just like you get there, and you're like, "Where do I go?" And they just tell you, "Oh, go there, go here."
Mhm.
And
Oh yeah, yeah.
everyone's so nice.
Oh
Everyone
my
is so
gosh,
nice.
we'll get into that for sure.
And
But
then you
like,
get
yeah.
back to this. Oh yeah, we'll get to it. Yeah.
Oh, okay, yeah. No, but I mean, right away though, like you're seeing all the people there, and just every worker there is just super helpful. Like, it's right over here, right over here.
Yeah.
It's like we can have this.
I
All right,
saw
this.
when we got to the customs, right? And it's like, like you get to the once we pass all the form things, and it's okay. They scan your face, or like you have to put your passport, and then they take a picture of your face to make sure it's you.
Mm-hmm.
Some guy wasn't paying attention, and I just see one of the workers like, oh, like she was like next, like she wasn't talking loud. She was just like next, and I was like, oh, let's go, like she's gonna yell at him, and she just like
Uh-huh.
goes up to him like, hey, like taps him gently on the shoulder, like, oh, next, and he's like, oh, my bad, and he goes, and I was just like, what the fuck, like that would never happen in the United States.
Hell no. We see
It'd
it
be
right
like,
away when we
yeah,
got
just
back.
like yeah, it'd just be like next, and I was like, oh fuck, like
Uh,
I was like, dude, like calm down.
mm-hmm. But yeah, we had a fucking hard time finding Alice's luggage for some reason. Like, we just could not see it. I think we saw like the thing going around like 10 times.
Oh
or something.
really? I kind of
Yeah.
like I found ours, and then the whole time at the airport I because I couldn't go to the bathroom. I had the feeling to go to the bathroom, but I couldn't go. I think it was just like not like I think like nerves, but not
Mm-hmm.
really. More like excitement mixed in with nerves, because it's like
Yeah.
I've been on a
Right
plane
here.
before, but it was only 2 hours.
Yeah.
And it's like this is a whole thing, and like the whole thing that I was nervous about is like, okay, I don't mind about the flight. I could care less, but it's like if something does go bad, we're not gonna land on the ground. We're fucking in the ocean,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm like, I don't like that, and it's
Yeah.
dark. So then when we got there, I was like, hey, like we got our luggage, and I told Susan, hey, look, I'll be right back. They're still looking for this. I'm just gonna go to the bathroom real fast, and I'll be back. Yeah, when I got back, I think you guys barely found your luggage,
Oh my god.
and I was like, what the heck?
Yeah. That was crazy. Um and then yeah, just after that though, we're still in the airport, and we gotta get everything else ready. We got our luggage and all.
We got our luggage. We went through customs, with everything. We're in Japan finally.
Yeah.
Japan airport, Tokyo, or wherever we're airport,
Mm-hmm.
and then we're like, fuck, we need to get the JR passes. We need to get
Wi-Fi box.
the Wi-Fi box, and then we need
Yeah.
to what is it? Change our currency,
Mm-hmm.
and then we need to get what was that card?
Suica.
The Suica. We need to get our Suica card. So
Mhm.
4 things, easy, right? Oh,
Yeah.
and then also since our flight left late, we're supposed to get there. I think 6 p.m. No, we're supposed to get there maybe like 2 p.m. maybe 4 p.m. One of those two.
Mm-hmm.
We got there at 6, almost 7,
Yeah.
and then we were supposed to check in at the Airbnb before 10.
When
So
we got
we're
there,
in
like
we got there like at 6 or 7.
no, we were supposed to check in. Well, yeah, we got there like at 6 or 7. We were.
But then
supposed
we
to
have
check
like
in-
that. We have like that 40, almost 50-minute train to go to Tokyo. Remember, because we
Mhm.
didn't land in Tokyo. We landed out elsewhere. So we're
Yeah.
like, okay, we're in a fucking rush because we need to go. And then your sister messaged the Airbnb owner just saying like, hey, we're gonna be there late, and she's like, oh yeah, that's fine. We're like, okay, cool, that's okay. Like,
Yeah.
what was it like? We were scared that she was just gonna cancel the whole thing.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then and so then where do we get the JR passes? And we're like, okay, well, JR passes is like downstairs in the airport. Like pretty much the basement. And
Mm-hmm.
it's like the basement. We go there, and there's a bunch of fucking people.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like a bunch of people that we were on the plane with, and we're like, oh fuck, they're all trying to do what we did, and we were supposed to be here a long time ago, and they're about to close, like not like in a few hours or some shit. And that JR pass line, dude,
Oh my
I
gosh.
feel
I
so
mean,
bad. Like props to your sister, dude. Like,
yeah,
like, I
yeah.
feel so bad
Luckily
for
though,
her.
there was a guy there, and he was like, "All right, this is all you need right here. If you guys want, just leave this to one person, and she can get your passes for you." And we're like, "Perfect," because
Mm-hmm.
then that's when you had to exchange your currency, and we were trying to look for the Wi-Fi
Yeah,
boxes.
because when we were in line, I was like, well, might as well just change the currency. And I was like, well, I'll look for it. And I was like, because I kept seeing the line, I was like, well, it's not moving any fast. I was like, I could be gone for like 15 minutes. I'm pretty sure we'll be in the same spot, you know?
Mm-hmm.
And so, yeah, I ended up finding it. And it was like right next to it, like next
Yeah.
door. So I was like, okay, well, I'll just change it here. And then when I got back, that's when we're like, okay, cool. Like, well, you guys went. Oh, no, you guys didn't go yet. But that's when that guy was like, oh, like, it's only one person per group.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like, if there's 4 of us, only one person can be in line. So it's not that long, you know?
Yeah.
And we're like, oh well, yeah, let's go. So then we left your sister there, and we're like, okay, well, we'll change the currency, and then we'll get the Wi-Fi box, and then we'll try to get the Suica card.
Mm-hmm.
So then you two change the currency, and we're like, okay, cool, let's go get the Wi-Fi box. And then we want to go get the fucking Wi-Fi box. And for some weird reason, the Wi-Fi box that you pick up in Japan, if you get it before, well, the one that we got, it's in the fucking post office in the fucking airport
Yeah.
that closes at 6.
Mm-hmm.
And it was 7. And
Yeah.
we're like, so what the fuck do we do?
Yeah, and mind you, we got like I guess reserved the Wi-Fi box with our JR pass at the same time, so we were supposed to get it
Yeah.
like with
At the same
together
time.
and all. Yeah, at the same time. And because it was closed, we were kind of like, "Oh well, we're fucked."
Yeah, we're like, we don't have a Wi-Fi box. So like, how the fuck are we gonna get around?
Yeah, yeah, and so it was just money down the drain already. We just had to find another solution. I don't know how much it was. I can't remember, but like, yeah, that was just waste of money.
Either way, yeah.
Yeah. Luckily though, there was a place though where it was just you scan a QR code and you could pay it online and all that, and then it would just automatically.
Remember before that though, we actually waited because at the airport they actually have like a line. That's oh, here's the Wi-Fi box. So you could just get like rent one at the airport, and we're like, oh well, fuck it, let's just get one here. Like, I mean, what the fuck, you know? And then we get there, and then I was talking to the guy, and he's like, oh no, yeah, like Wi-Fi box is here, and so these are the plans that we have. And we're like, well, fuck it. Look, how much is this one? And it's like, well, I was like, what was it like? How much is the most expensive one? And I think it was like $50 a person.
Mm-hmm.
And like, we're like, well, fuck it, you know, like, because we did the math. And well, yeah, well, let's get the basic one because we're not gonna be really using our phones that much. Like, we'll just do like, you know, travel or like maps and locations and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, for sure. And he was like, oh okay, cool. And I was like, well, I have the cash. I can just pay for it. And he's like, oh, it's credit card only. And I was like, what? And he's like, yeah, it's only credit card. And I was like, what about a debit card? Like, he's like, no, just credit. And I was like, oh, okay, well, and then you were like, well, I'll put my credit card in. And he's like, oh, but we don't have that one. We're like, I was like, what the fuck, dude?
Yeah, and didn't we need our passports too or something? Or
we needed our passports and your sister had them.
Yeah, it's so we were just kind of like, what the fuck?
And we're like, what do we do? And then he's like, and I remember I told him, I was like, look, what time do you guys close? And he's like, oh, at this time. Okay, can we go get our passports and then come back? But it's because our friend has our passports for the JR pass. And he's like, well, it's because it's kind of like first. That was so kind of like, can you hold one for? Oh, because he was like low in stock. And then I was like, can you hold it for us? He's like, I can't. And I was like, fucking shit. I was like, we're fucking fucked here, dude. Like, I was like, this is a whole bad day.
Yeah.
And then he told us about the QR code over there, and we're like, oh, okay. And it's so stupid because it's way cheaper.
Yeah, it was way cheaper. I don't know why that guy had to make the thing so complicated. I mean,
it was
I'm
like
sure
$16 for each.
Yeah, and so I don't know. I mean, I'm sure that there was following policies and all that, but like, holy shit, that thing was so complicated. And then he just goes away, and then he tells us about the one next door, and we're like, oh, okay, this is easy. QR code. All right, paid. Dispenses it out, and then we just used the one Wi-Fi box for our entire trip instead of using one for each of us and all that.
Dude, right? Yeah.
Yeah, it's it was just like that whole thing for just one simple transaction.
It was hella annoying, dude. And then it's like, What was okay? So then we don't really have service down there, like at the basement where your sister's at, because she's the tallest building. You don't really get service down there. And so we finally got the Wi-Fi box, which is like what? It was like a 2-hour thing, dude.
Mm-hmm.
And we find, okay, let's go back down. And we're like, where the fuck is she?
Yeah, and so we were trying to figure it out. There was
we're trying
Wi-Fi.
to figure out. We're trying to figure out because the last train left at 11, and this was like almost like 10.
Yeah, and so
we're like,
Ali
dude, where the fuck is she?
Mm-hmm. And so yeah, we were just trying to contact her, trying to send her hopefully like text messages was sent through and all that, just come down here, just go downstairs, go, and all that. And like I can't remember how we caught up with her, honestly. I don't know if we called her. I think I called her. I caught up with her.
Yeah, because you were like, because we just told you like just go look for her, and you were like, yeah, okay, well, I'll be right back. And then we're like, what the fuck? And we're just like looking around the whole time. Me and Susan were like, fuck, you know. And it's even worse because we're on the fucking time limit. I hate being on the time limit. That's what I hate about it. And it's like, fuck, you know. And we're trying to call you guys and we're trying to get service and we can't. We're like, oh, turn on your service, like, you know, turn on the Verizon service and it's not going through. And we're like, what the fuck? And boom, you guys pop out. I was like, oh, thank God. Like, let's go. And then, let's go. And we're like, let's go get the Suica card.
Yeah.
And that was another, it wasn't really like a big thing, but I was like, where the fuck did we get it? Like, what the fuck? Because it's at the airport. And I remember asking like a police station. I was like, oh, like, and it's like, and it's crazy though, because the language barrier is like, it's there, but it's not really there. Because it's like, you just have to make things simple. It'd be like, oh, a Suica card. And he'd be like, oh, Suica card over there. I was like, oh, okay, cool. Yeah. And so we go and like I put the thing, and I was trying to split because I know Susan had told me that some places don't accept Suica cards, and some places only accept cash. So I was like, okay, I'll split the money in half cash, half Suica. And so when I was doing mine, it didn't let me do half. I was like, what the fuck? And so like I tried to keep like reloading, like putting money in it, and then it was just like, I'm gonna stop because it's taking a long time.
Yeah.
So that's why I had so much money on the damn Suica card.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's just like it was the Suica card was just a machine. You see like a little penguin looking thing and all that.
Like it's an ATM, pretty much.
Yeah. And so that we got our cards. We had to get our JR passes. Ali got our JR passes, and we had to like, and specific to like each of us, like it literally has like, I don't know, like our social security number.
Yeah, our own. Yeah, it's like our own ID or whatever. And you know what's so fucking crazy, dude? Like when we got there, like they cut off the line. Like they were closing when we got there.
Yeah. And
they kept it open just for like, because we all got there late. And I mean, it's not our fault. It's like the whole maintenance or like the delay and shit like that. And
yeah.
Remember when we got back looking for your sister? There's people waiting in line when they were closed. And I was like, damn, that fucking sucks, dude.
Yeah, for sure. And about the JR Pass though, I listened to this podcast. It's just these YouTubers, and they went to Japan like a week or two before us and all. And so when we got back, they finally did a podcast about their trip and all, and they did it in 2 parts. The second part, one of them said that they lost their JR Pass, and dude,
no way,
the shit that they went through, like. Trying to like come up with a solution, it was insane. I'll send you a link to their podcast, because like I was like, thank God none of us ever lost it.
Oh wow.
Yeah, it's just, and like I'll just tell you like this part. But at one point he was one of them was talking to people who worked at the train station and all that, and he tries to tell them like, no, I lost my JR Pass, and they're just kind of looking at him like, oh.
They're like, oh shit.
Yeah, even they were like, you're fucked, dude. Basically. So
did they find it?
It's a crazy story, honestly.
Okay, yeah. I'll listen to it.
Yeah. I can't remember. I think it was still lost, but it was some weird thing going on. But yeah.
You know what's crazy about it? A little fast forward, but we met up with two of your friends over there. You and your sister's friends. I forgot their name.
Momoko Ikanako.
Yes, so we met up with them, and then they were asking us about the JR Pass, and I was like, "Oh, like, don't you guys have one?" And they're like, "Oh no, like, locals in Japan can't get a JR Pass." And I thought that was crazy.
Dang,
I was like, dude, I was like, this saves you so much money.
Yeah.
And it's just no, it's only for like foreigners. And I was like, oh shit, like, yeah, I was like, I'm sorry, that sucks.
Yeah. But finally, we're all done. We got everything we needed. We just needed to get to our Airbnb. And on a train ride to actually go to Tokyo, you and Susan fell asleep like right away and all.
Oh, dude.
Yeah, you guys were knocked out. But me and Nala, though, we were up. We were trying to figure out, where to go next after this stop to get to our Airbnb and all that. But we were also like looking at each other like, we're here, and we actually like started crying.
Yeah, she was saying this that I was like, we started crying. I was like, when the fuck did you guys cry? And it's like, oh, like on the first plane, the first train. Oh, before we got on the train, funny fact. We got on the train and like it's like it's timed, right? So like, oh, it doesn't take off till this time. We're there for like we got there like 10 minutes, right? So okay, cool. And then we were talking to each other, like it was all four of us, and like, oh, like there's a sodas and like a soda vending machine. And I was like, oh, well, let's go. Like, I think me and your sister went, and Susan stayed there, and then you stayed there, and we went, and we're like, I got a soda, and I got something that I thought was fucking water. So, water. And so we go back, and I was like so excited. I was like, okay, cool. Like, Mexico's Coke tastes different than the one here in the U.S.
Yeah.
So let me try the one here in Japan.
Mm-hmm.
First of all, when you open the sodas, right? Like it had like the gas is escaping, like just.
Yeah.
No, in Japan it goes like all fucking loud.
It's basically a pop,
Yeah,
like,
dude, it's crazy, right? Like how
every single one we opened, it was just pop,
And I was like, because usually they have like a really small one.
Yeah.
So portion sizes in Japan are like really small, but then you get the bigger ones. But they were all like that, and it's like. I was like, what the fuck? I was like, oh shit, whatever. And I tried it. I mean, it's Coke. It doesn't beat Mexico Coke, so to me, it's okay. To me, it's Mexico, Japan, and then US.
I know. So I'm sure if people are listening to this, like they're probably like, "What the fuck are you guys talking about?" It's like no. It's like, trust us. There is a difference between like Coke in Mexico, Coke the US, and Coke in Japan. Coke in Japan is actually like. There's like a lot more bubbles in their coconut.
It's more gassier, yeah.
Yeah, for sure. And the gas like runs out like that. Like if you don't finish it in 5 minutes, it runs out of it, And so like there's differences. And I know it sounds insane, but like we care about this. I care about this at least.
I remember real quick when your mom and your sister went to Europe, right? They went to different places, Brussels and all that. This was like Saturday morning, and they were I forgot where they were, but they were eating, and I was like, oh, like I texted your sister. I was like, oh, like how's the Coke? Like what's it like? How is it? And she's oh, it's like it's sweeter. It's not as good as Mexico Coke and all that. And I was, oh, that's cool, And then your mom just your sister was like FaceTiming me like right there and then. And I was like, what the fuck? And this is like 7 a.m. here, like maybe 8 a.m. here because I was waking up early. And I was like, hello, what's up? And then, and then your mom was on the phone. She's like, hey, what's up? And I was like, what's up? What happened? And she just gives the phone to to your sister. And I was like, what's up? And she's like, my mom's drunk. I was like, okay. I was just like, how is it? She's like, oh, it's cool. It's not bad. And I think it's that time where like the story that they always say like where your mom got really like, really good, I think it was that day.
The short version of it is just by my mom and sister. They were in the Eiffel Tower, and my mom was just like, let's get a bottle of wine. I mean, we're in Paris and all. She wants to go big, and so she gets that, and then they went to a show, and she gets another bottle of wine. That's why my sister's kind of like, okay, you kind of have to like slow down here. Like, let me help you out real quick. Hold on. And then in the show that they were at, they met this other pair. It was a mom and daughter too, because it was just my mom and my sister in Paris.
Yes.
This another pair. It was a mom and daughter, and the mom was also celebrating her birthday, and her birthday just happens to be the same day as my mom's. So it was just like, holy shit! It's crazy. Let's hang out. Yeah. And so the lady, she was like, let's celebrate, and she orders $100 bottle of champagne. And so my mom was just kind of like, we gotta help her, come on. And that's when my sister, she starts drinking. My sister starts drinking more too, because like she doesn't want my mom to get too drunk,
Yeah.
but she was hella drunk. Just
No, I
on the
heard.
taxi.
I heard.
Yeah, so like that's your experience on the phone. With my experience on the phone, she calls and my mom is just crying like, David. I'm like, what's up? I love you. I'm like, okay, I love you too. It's just my Ala's just laughing in the background, like losing
that
it.
is so hilarious, man. That's like one of my favorites. That's like
Yeah,
a funniest story, man.
dude, it's so funny. But I mean, hey, my mom, she goes big. It's great.
Yeah.
um, Sorry for
What's it
that
called?
tangent.
Nah, it's fine. It's cool. I mean, I brought it
Yeah,
up. No, yeah. So we're on the train, right? And I tried the Coke, and I was like, oh, I rate it. It's like, it's good. It's not as good as Mexico and all that, but I love it. Coke is Coke. So
yeah,
Coca-Cola, guys. Coca-Cola.
yeah. I know.
And then and so I was like, oh, I'm thirsty. Like I want water. Like I'm craving water. So because had a long fucking day. To me, it felt like, technically it was like 2 days, like a day and a half, if anything, just because of the time difference and all that. I open up my water and I tried taking a sip out of it. Nothing comes out. And I was like, what the fuck? And I'm looking at it. And it's fucking like Jello. It was like some weird ass Jello. And I was like, what the fuck is this? Yeah. And I try it and it's like, it's not water. I think it was like aloe vera or some shit like that.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah, I think it's like aloe vera, but it's not water. I mean, it is hydrating because it's good for you. But I was just like, I don't want to drink this because I don't want to drink it because of the texture. I was like, I'm good.
I get you.
I remember we took it. Well, it was in the Airbnb fridge for the longest time. And I just threw it out. I was like, nah, fuck this. And so after that moment, I was like, every time I would like get water from like the vending machines, I would make sure it's fucking water. I'm like, okay, it doesn't have some weird design because that one did have like not a crazy design, but you can tell it wasn't water. After that experience, I was like, okay, this is safe. I'm just gonna get this.
I think the same thing happened to me, but I can't remember. I think it was just like flavored water that I got and all that. But I was still kind of like, what the fuck? I wanted like regular water. I just didn't like the taste as much. Also, Ale, she got like it was apple juice, but it tasted more like apple sauce. The drink that she got, if you remember, we only got it once.
I don't think I tried it.
Oh yeah,
that was at the train, right?
It was at the train.
I think I didn't try it because it's like I had the Coke and I had that, and I was like, well, I don't want to. Usually with me, like if I drink Coke, like I don't want to try anything else because it's not gonna taste good, just because the Coke is so kind of like in your mouth, and like since I tried the stupid fucking Jello, I was like, I'm not gonna try anything else. I was like, just give me water and I'm good. Like I'm not gonna try it, but it did look good.
Yeah. It was good. Like I said, it tasted like applesauce, like in the bottle, so it was good. But yeah, like I said, we were in the train and Nala and I were kind of crying because we were like, we're here. Oh my god. But like it was dark though, so we couldn't see like the city or anything like that.
Dude, right?
Yeah. But still, we were happy.
I remember when we actually went back and I was like looking outside the train because we took the same train to go back to the airport. And I was like, this is what was outside the whole time because it's like daylight. And it's like I remember like on the way there to like the Airbnb, I was like, this fucking dark. And I just assumed it was like, oh, it's just dark because like we might be in a tunnel. I don't know.
Yeah. So yeah, we make it to our first stop and we gotta take another train ride, and this is when we finally use our JR passes for something.
And right there I was like, I'm a local.
Yeah. Yeah, and so we're trying the train systems. Ale keeps getting on me about this, but like I understood how to work it. I know how to work it. The train systems, figuring out where to go, because like she was on me that like you weren't helpful like figuring out which train to take,
because you weren't, David.
I wasn't. No, I'll admit to that. Like I really wasn't. I was just I was just there. I'm just trying to listen in. Like, okay, everyone here. Okay, you say here. Cool. I'm looking at the signs because even then, though, like, you guys were still kind of like, is it here? I'm like, well, you guys said this place, so
it's because it's weird. It's like you're there. Like when we would go, we're like, okay, no, yeah, it's this one. But then we're like, but is it? Because how like some like left and right, like it makes sense. Left and right, like this is like the station, but this one goes to here, this one goes to there. Like, okay, we have to go to the one on the right because we're going to Shinjuku or whatever. And then it's like, but then when you're actually trying to find that train station, like, the stop. You're underground and you have to climb up to like actually get into the train, and you're like all the fucking line, like all the letters on top, like, oh, okay, like if you want to, JR line, go this way, but then it splits. JR line, go this way, JR line, go that way. We're like, where the fuck did we go? And it's like, eventually, yeah, we did get better at it, but it's like, it was more of a sense of okay, let's not go here and then be like, oh, we have to go back and then go find another station. It was just more of that, but yeah, eventually, yeah, you just get used to it. I remember like me and Susan would just be like, okay, we're going to the right place, because it's like, because if we don't go to the right place, like towards when we would always go back to the Airbnb, we'd be like, we need to make sure we're going to the right place, because I mean, I assume that the train stations don't stop working, but I guess they do, like after a certain time. And so we're like, okay, look at the train stops. Where's it going? Match it. All right, do that, and that's it. But it was just like, it was honestly, I think it might have been like a bunch of like overthinking.
Yeah,
but it was fun. I love the trains. I think that was like one of my favorite parts.
Yeah, the train rides, they're fine. Just all calm and everything. It can get pretty packed, and
it can.
So during COVID, people would always bring up Japan being like, hey, they wear masks all the time. It's as a common courtesy. I understand why though, for sure. It's because of the fucking train rides.
It's crowded.
You could be like face to face with someone, and so if you're sick and you sneeze on that guy, you're a fucking asshole. Yeah. So like you gotta wear that mask,
Well, they've been doing that for like the longest time too.
Oh yeah, for sure.
If you're sick, like let's say someone has like a cold or something, but they're like either barely getting it and they're still okay to work, or they're getting over it, but they're still kind of like sneezing or have like a little cough. They wear the mask, like just for courtesy, like I said, like they're so nice, like they're so. Let me ask you this: did you ever feel in danger in Japan?
Okay. The thing with me though is I'm always on guard. It's just kind of like okay. I don't know. I don't know if I'm just kind of like, I think it's just something my dad will always do. He's the one that's always like on guard too.
Yeah, I know. I get
the way he grew up and all that, and so he kind of like instilled that in me, like always like like watch your back and all that. Be
like it surrounds you. No, dude, like in Japan, I felt so safe.
Yeah,
like when we got back, I was like, oh my god, it's LA. Yeah. I hate LA. No, but also, but I mean, it's not just Japan. I know South Korea is kind of the same thing, because my brother went to South Korea for I think 3 months. I'll just say this right now. Like I saw after we came back, I saw a video. It was like a little podcasting, I guess like a clip. Someone had lost their passport, and they were staying in Tokyo, and they went to, where did we go for the bullet train?
Kyoto.
Kyoto. They went to Kyoto. They lost their passport in Kyoto. Right? So they go back to Tokyo, and they're like, where the fuck is my passport? And they're like, well, I last had it in Kyoto. And they're like, oh shit, the fuck? That's that's like a whole, it was like almost like a 2-hour train station.
Yeah.
They go back exactly where she left it at.
No fucking way.
Yeah.
Are you serious?
Probably not the same location, like where she was sitting or whatever, but like the same location.
Yeah.
My brother, I remember he was telling me, like when he came back, he's like, oh, like it's different here, because like I feel like anything can happen. But when he went to South Korea, he was in Seoul, in the capital. He had left. He went to a bar one night, and he left his phone at the bar. And he woke up the next morning. He's like, what the fuck? Where's my phone? He was looking everywhere for it. He couldn't find it. He's like, well, fuck it. He went to go check the bar. It was on the table where he was sitting at.
Wow.
And I was like, that's fucking crazy, because that would never fucking happen here.
No, for sure.
That's crazy, dude.
Yeah. But I mean, when we got off, so yeah, we went to a second train to get to our Airbnb, and we were walking around there. It was at night. And like I said,
dude.
And I mean, even on that day, like I said, like I'm just, I don't know, just I was always instilled to always like watch my back and all that, especially at night. So I'm looking around, but like you guys were kind of like chill, or I mean, you're stressing about where to go, but like you guys said, you, Susan, and Ale, you guys never felt scared about walking around in the city and all that. But me, I wasn't scared per se. I'm just looking at my surroundings. Is all, No,
same here. I mean, I would look around too, and I noticed too, because this was already like what we got to we got to the train station where we had to be for the Airbnb at maybe like 10:30, 11 around this, right? Because and then we were walking around and dude, like it's crazy because you'll be, you know, it's a city and like imagine like I mean I don't live in a city, but like here in the town that I live in, it's like you don't see like girls walking around at like 11 p.m. You know, by themselves just trying to go home, and it's like and it's not just that, but it's like I mean, they're wearing like just skirts and like just not even sweaters because I mean it was fucking freezing too. Yeah. But they're just like not exposed. They're not like exposing themselves. But it's like, dude, like what the fuck? Imagine like being here in my town, like wearing like at least a skirt, like something's bound. I mean, there's something's bound gonna happen to you. Yeah. And like over there, it's just like it's not just like one girl. It's like fucking dozens of girls just like doing that the whole time. I was like, what the fuck? And it's like, I don't know. I feel like I was like, oh shit, like it's crazy, you know. But yeah, when we got off the fucking train, we put the Airbnb address on Google Maps. Yeah. And we're like, okay, yeah, cool. It's on there. Go. Can't find it. And we're like, what the fuck? And we're walking for like 10, 15 minutes. And then we're like, what the fuck do we do? Like, we can't find the place. And then eventually we just called the Uber. And like, hey, we're supposed to go here. And they took us here. And it's like, oh, yeah. And he takes us. And then it took us like another 30 minutes to try to find the fucking Airbnb because it's hidden, but it's not hidden. Yeah. It was. I mean, it was just in between a bunch of other buildings and all that, so it was kind of hard to find. But luckily, yeah, we found it. It was a nice place, you know. Had like it was cozy. Yeah, it was really cozy. You know, but we get there and we just drop everything. We're like, oh my god, we're here. Thank God. We got there, I think, to the Airbnb, like, what was it, like 11? Like 11, it was 11. 30. Yeah, it was like 11 or so. And then we finally put our bags down, and it's, what's it called? It was nice. We looked around for, I mean, it's small, you know? Like, it is small, but I mean, like, we don't live there, so it's not that bad. We're trying to convince your sister to sleep in the room, because the room had 2 beds. And then, like, the living room had, you know, like, the futons and all that. Yeah. And we're like, dude, like no one's using the bed. Like, what the fuck? Yeah. I don't know why she didn't, but whatever. Well, I think was it that day? I think it was that day. Yeah, that day. We got back. We were all like setting into our clothes, whatever. And then I was like kind of hungry, you know. And so we saw that supermarket. Yeah. It's like literally like not even down the street, but it's like right there. And I told Susan, I was like, oh, we're gonna go, and your sister too. So it's me and her, and we're like, we go to the supermarket, closed. Yeah. And we're like, fuck. Like, what do we do? So we go to Google Maps. We have the Wi-Fi box. So we're like, food. And then we see a 7-Eleven just down the street. And I was like, dude, 7-Eleven. Japan 7-Eleven. Let's go. Yeah. So we just go. That 7-Eleven. Oh, yeah, dude. MVP on that trip, honestly. Yes, dude. Anyone that goes to Japan, if you're on a budget, 7-Eleven, any 7-Eleven is going to save your life, okay? Because the food there is amazing, and it's like, forget, like, you know, if you're listening, just close your eyes. In your head, imagine 7-Eleven. Erase that. Now imagine a fancy 7-Eleven with good food. Yeah, I mean, the first thing we got, Alec got us a curry noodle soup. Oh, yes. Oh yeah, we got ramen. We got 7-Eleven ramen. Oh my god, it was so fucking delicious. What did I say? Like, I don't really like curry. Man, that's fucking awesome. Yeah. Oh my god, it was just delicious, and it was delicious. And it was like the what was it, like the pizza? It wasn't a muffin. A pizza. Oh my god, the pizza bun. Delicious. And then also just like the bread that they have there, and then the fat spread. Oh my god. Literally, they have like it's literally toast in the refrigerated section, and it's like I guess it's like a piece of bread with like butter on it, and it just says fat spread. And it was like the funniest thing I've ever seen in fucking Japan. I was like, oh man, we should have gotten it. We should have tried it. I know. I don't know why we didn't. It was weird. Well, we don't be called fat. I mean, Alec got called fat. Yeah. Yeah. Actually, Susan actually did get called fat. I forgot. Yeah. Huh? What do you mean? You remember? She told it. She said it like, in Disneyland. Oh, okay. We'll get to it. Okay. With the the two
Those,
rude girls in front of us in
yeah,
front
yeah,
of your
yeah.
place. Yeah, no,
Mm-hmm.
me and your sister were like, we're trying to find you guys because we had a bunch of food.
Mm-hmm.
I remember
Uh,
that. Yeah.
yeah, but yeah. So we were just eating our cup of soups and all that, and we decided to call my parents. Tell them like, hey, we're here and all
Mm-hmm.
that. And so it was just fun. We were telling them all about everything that we just said and all.
So
It's
stressful.
so, and so they're just kind of like, damn, that's insane. But
Mm-hmm.
you're there, go have fun, enjoy your trip and all that. And so yeah, it was just a nice little conversation, and then we all knocked out because I think we slept like what 6 hours or something because we were
Yeah,
going
because
to
we had to wake
Disneyland.
up early. Yeah, we had to
Mm-hmm.
go the next day. Because it sucked though, because it's like we had the first day we were supposed to get there like I think by the Airbnb we were supposed to get there by like 7 or 8,
Mm-hmm.
and just kind of walk around like the area,
Yeah.
and all that got ruined just because of the flight delay.
Mm-hmm.
So then it was like the same thing with like when we went to Mexico. Um,
Yeah.
we get there all late, and then we had to wake up like what 3 hours later.
Mm-hmm. Oh
So
man.
in this case, it's like, oh, we get there like at 11. We're all fucking exhausted, and then we have to wake up. We pretty much fall asleep like by 12, maybe almost 1, because we're just like,
Mm.
we're finally, oh shit, we're here. We're all excited,
Yeah.
and then we have to wake up. I think by like 6 or 7, because we have to go. We're trying to go to Disneyland. Well, we had the tickets. We went to Disneyland, and yeah, and it was just pretty much just we wake up and we're like, oh, fun. I forgot to mention this. So we got the taxi, right, and he's like, oh yeah, the Airbnb is right there. So the thing is, it's like he has to go through kind of an alleyway,
Mm-hmm.
but then he can't leave the alleyway. He has to reverse himself out. Remember that?
Yeah. I thought.
Every taxi had to like reverse himself out. But like when we get there, we couldn't find the place. And I was like, whoa, what the hell? Like, when we're like looking we're just like looking around the whole, it's like a parking lot, or just like other houses. And then we're looking around, and then me and your sister, or me and Susan, I forgot who it was, but we're like walking down another alleyway that kind of links up to it. And there's people walking, and I see people with like, beers. And I was like, oh, I think it was like Saturday or Sunday, like to them.
Mm-hmm.
And, it was Saturday night. And so
Mm.
I was like, oh, they're all drunk. And there was this guy, and I was like, oh, I don't want to ask him because I'm pretty sure he's drunk as fuck. And I asked this lady, like, just, like an elder lady, and then not elder, but she was probably like in her 40s. And I was like, oh, she's not drunk, because she was like dressed in like good clothes. And
Mm-hmm.
I was like, hey, sorry, we're looking for like so and so. And then she's talking, and I'm like, oh, she's fucking drunk.
Oh no way.
That's the lady that helps us look for the place.
Oh no way.
Remember?
That's
Yeah, I was like, oh, she's
funny.
probably like the drunkest son of them.
What the hell? I did
Yeah,
not know that. Holy shit.
yes, she was drinking, dude. Like, I smelled her breath. I was like, oh, when she's drinking.
What?
I was like, I should probably ask like the guy.
Dude, that's
it,
insane. Holy
it
shit.
was funny, man.
But yeah. So yeah, we got there late. We all knocked out, and Disneyland. Our first day, it was to Disneyland, and we were walking around. It was finally daylight. We were walking around. We actually like get to see everything, how it looks and everything. And we were loving everything so far.
It was so cool, man. It was so cool.
No, yeah, it's just everything. Like even just these streets, like it was a really pretty place and all that. It was nice. I was just there on my trip to take pictures, so I fucking took as
Yeah.
much as I could. So, I said I still haven't posted any, but I'll get to it. Tears of the Kingdom is distracting me. Sorry.
Oh my gosh.
um,
I'm gonna tell your sister to break your damn switch.
but yeah, I mean, we get to a train, and it was taking us straight there and all that, and we meet this like family in the train and all that, and we're striking up a conversation with them. Like it was all just.
You know what's funny? It's like, I'm sorry, because we're like, are we going the right way? And you just see people coming like, heading towards us
Mhm.
with like Disney merch. I don't know. We're like, nah, yeah, we're heading the right way.
Yeah. And then even like someone like local there, I think she knew some English, and so she helped us out too. We're like, it was just this Disneyland, right? And she's like, yeah, you're good. And so,
Yeah.
yeah, that's just we were all just talking about like what our stress of the flight and all that, and so it was just good conversation so far. But yeah, we get there, and me as a Disneyland fan, it was great. Super fucking pretty. I love the music that they were playing there. I don't know if it was just me, but like I feel like the music that they play in Tokyo Disneyland is different from Anaheim.
Yeah.
And I was loving it. And so
You know what's funny? It's like when we walked in, like I was telling Susan, like I don't feel like I'm at Disneyland.
mm, really,
Like any like, because you walk in right, and it's like Main Street pretty much.
yeah.
But then you have like that overhead,
Mm-hmm.
like the overhead, and I was like, it feels like I'm like not even in Disneyland. And then it wasn't until like we exited Main Street and you see the castle, and I was like, oh, okay, yeah, we're here.
Yeah, yeah. But yeah, I mean that trip it was fun. I loved the rides that we went to. At least the ones that
Oh,
were like
dude.
so fucking different from Anaheim and all that. Uh, what was the? I mean, we went to Haunted Mansion first, and that was just like regular, like the one in Anaheim. It was just in Japanese.
In Japanese, except for the head and the
Oh yeah, yeah. That was
she was
weird.
in English, and I was like, what?
Oh yeah. Mm-hmm.
I was like, that took me out of the experience.
Mhm. But yeah, and then the next ride was it Winnie the Pooh? I feel like we went to more rides, but I can't remember.
I feel like we only got in like a 3 or 4.
Yeah. Well.
So it was
Oh
Winnie the Pooh. Well, it was. What was the first ride we got into? Oh, Haunted
it,
Mansion, right?
yeah, and then
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I can't remember if it was Winnie the Pooh next. No, I think for sure it's either Winnie the Pooh or Small World next. But
Oh, dude, Small World was fucking awesome.
yeah, that
I
the
hate
right.
that. I hate that fucking ride, dude. Here in Anaheim, I hate it. Like I've only been on it once,
Mm-hmm.
and that was like the first time I've ever been to Disneyland. It was with Susan, my wife,
Mm-hmm.
and it was our anniversary. And I was like, oh, let's go. Like I took her to Disneyland, and what's it called? I was like, oh, let's see what the Small World's about. And she's like, no, let's not get on it because it's boring and all that shit. And I was like, like yeah, like everyone has to experience it, right? And I was getting
Mm-hmm.
on it, and I was falling to sleep. And then when I got out, I was like, yeah, you're right. Never getting on the shit.
Mm-hmm.
And then so like that's why we went over there, and you were like, oh, let's get on. Like they were like, oh, a Small World. And I was like, no, like no, I don't want to get on it. But when
Yeah.
I was, dude, I was like in it. I was like, oh, this is fucking amazing. And, like
Yeah.
the locations, and what I love about it, it's like they have like the Disney references. Like they had
Mm-hmm.
Moana in there. They had what's his name from Mexico? What's his name from oh
Oh
my god, the Pixar movie. What's his name?
yeah, I
Oh
can't
my
remember his name.
gosh.
Fuck.
You know what I'm talking about. They had Elsa in there, and they had
Mm-hmm.
a bunch of different Disney references, and I was just like, they need to have this in Anaheim.
Mm-hmm. They
Like
do.
I know it's way smaller, but they need to
Mhm.
have it because it's like I don't want to go in there for like this. It's a small world.
Yeah, yeah.
And I was like,
I
no,
mean,
like
they do have the characters in the one in Anaheim, but like I feel like they're hidden.
oh, do they?
Like you really
Oh,
have,
okay, yeah.
yeah.
But
This one
these
though,
are
it's
like
like
I mean, you see Mushu and like Mulan.
yeah, there's
You see
definitely a
bunch
whole
of
lot.
people.
Yeah, there's definitely a whole lot more
Mhm.
in the one in Tokyo, and they're like almost front and center, and it's really really cool.
Yeah.
And yeah, I mean, down and also like the outside of it, it's just so colorful. The other one's
Dude,
just
it's
white.
colorful and it's huge.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
But then even that, it's like going inside of it.
Oh yeah, going inside too. The line.
Going inside, it's crazy. And then you like, it's like I felt it like an indie raid. Like when you go to like into the Indiana Jones raid, and it's like
Mhm.
you go through like the temple, and you see all this like these artifacts,
Yeah.
and it's like with this, it's like you see these kids and they're like, oh, like sleeping on the job, or like oh through here, or, like little post offices. And I was like, that's cute as fuck. Like I was like, I was like, step up your game, LA, come on.
Yeah, and I mean, especially with the Winnie the Pooh ride, you're literally the
Yes,
entrance.
dude.
It's literally
that shit was awesome.
it's literally a giant book. And
The
you're
book,
going,
yes. And then you're
in.
going, and the pages are turning, and it's like a different page every. Oh my god, that shit was so. That shit was awesome, man.
Yeah, and then the ride itself, there's no tracks. It's just like I don't know. I'm guessing magnets or some shit. But like you're just going around and all that, and you're
Dude,
basically
you know
going
what?
through the whole story.
You know what I thought it was crazy because I asked her sister. I was like, "Hey, like, what the fuck? Like, when did this ride open?" She's like, "Oh, it was a long time ago." And I was like, "Are you fucking telling me that Disney's had this technology with the how would he say, how do they call it? They like the cart without like the train rail, like the rail. Oh, the
Oh.
railless. The
Mm.
railless technology for the longest fucking time, and we're better. They're barely getting it over there in Anaheim. She's like, yeah. What the fuck, bro? It was all bad.
Yeah. No,
I
I
was
mean
like,
this is a fantastic ride. I really, really loved
oh,
it.
dude,
It's
it
just so
was
much
so
fun.
great. It
The-
was so fun. I loved it so much. Oh my god, it was so. I
mm.
don't know what the fuck they were saying, but
No,
oh,
yeah, for sure. You don't understand it, but
smile,
like
dude, ear to
I,
ear, right there.
I love the moment where Tigger comes in and you just kind of like in this big screen and the whole stage, I guess, is like going up and down as Tigger is jumping and everything. I was just like,
Dude,
that's so
that was
fucking
so
sick.
good.
Mm-hmm.
It's like you're jumping with him. Oh my, that was so cute. Oh, I don't even
Mm-hmm.
know what to say, man. Like, that was good.
Yeah. And then the last ride we went to was
Wait, did we go to an Alice in Wonderland ride or no?
no, it wasn't, it was a restaurant.
Okay, that's what I was. Okay, yeah. So
Yeah.
we ate there.
Yeah, actually I forgot. Yeah. So when we were heading towards Small World, we saw the Alice in Wonderland restaurant.
Mhm.
And um me right away, I'm already ignoring it because if I mean even the ones in Anaheim and the one in Disney World, restaurants fucking expensive.
Expensive, yeah.
Yeah, so I'm already like, okay,
Yeah,
this
that's why
is
like when your sister was like, "Oh, let's go," like it's pretty cheap, and I was just like I was in a bad mood. I was like, "Dude, like, we just got here. Like, I don't want to spend the whole fucking money like on this, and
yeah.
like, you know, like, because I don't know how the fucking shit works over there." So I was like, "Fuck," and then that's why like when we got the food, I was like, "No, like I'll just like Susan when she got like the plate."
Mm-hmm.
She got like because when you get there you get to, if you want to get like a if you get like a special dessert or like a special cup or whatever you get the cup
Mm-hmm.
like it's so fucking cute, you know, like it fucking
Yeah.
oh my god, oh yeah, I got some like on the way like by the end of the trip I was like I should have fucking went all out
Mm-hmm.
because we had I didn't know we could afford it. That's the thing. It's like we're like a budget and it's like the first day we're gonna spend this much money. It's like how much is that left? And I'm just like so I'm just calculating shit. That's why I didn't really buy anything in Disneyland there, but at the same time, like the only thing I was gonna say, I was like, okay, if I'm gonna go out at Disneyland, it has to be Kingdom Hearts.
Yeah.
But I didn't find shit, so that's why I
Mm-hmm.
never really bought anything there. Like, well, I got my little my penny coin, so that's fine with me. But
Mm-hmm.
that's how I was like, fuck, Susan, like, dude, like, chill the fuck out, you know, like, cause she already had she had bought like some years or whatever. But I was like, hey, chill, like, I don't know what we're on the budget here. Because over here, this shit will cost you like what $400.
No, no. So
Yeah, over there it's like what less than 100, and I
no,
didn't
yes,
know that.
no. Me and Ale like we calculated it and all that. So me and Ale we've been to Disney World, uh, and we ate at the Beauty and the Beast restaurant over there.
Mhm.
It costed us $400 for me, my
Together?
family, for my whole family, me and my
Oh
parents.
god, what the fuck?
400,
That's
yeah,
four of you. It's like $100 each.
yeah, basically. And but me and Ale paid because we were like, let's spoil you guys, you know.
Yeah.
Uh, so yeah, so when we get to the Alice in Wonderland restaurant, like I said, I was ignoring it because I'm like, this is gonna be fucking expensive, no way.
No, yeah.
And then Ale goes like, no, it's cheap. What are you talking about? And I'm looking at the menu. I'm like, wait, what the fuck? It's like 1,200 yen, which would like I can't remember how much that is exactly, but it's got to be like I don't know. let me pull it up. Hold up.
It's like $8 too.
Yeah, $8 basically, and I'm like, holy shit. So I
Yeah, dude,
just go.
it wasn't it like for me. It wasn't until like I paid right, and I was like, what the fuck? Like that can't be right.
Yeah.
You know.
So
That's when they you know like they asked us like, oh, do you want the tray?
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, no, what the fuck? Like, no, I'm already paying for this shit. Like, I don't want to add more to it. And then, like, I paid, and then when we were eating, I just looked at my phone. I was like, how much did I was like, are you fucking kidding me?
Yeah.
I
So
was like, fuck no.
Mhm.
It's
So-
a little bit.
yeah, so we get there and it's like you get like a side dish. It's like a soup. The main dish, which is like one of them salmon, one's like a burger patty or something like that. And then you get dessert, and then in the dessert, yeah, you get like you can keep the cup that it comes with. It's like just like a little teacup.
Oh, it's
I got that.
yeah.
I got that, and then when you pay for your food, they tell you like, do you want to keep the tray? And Ale got that. So
Yeah.
she got all of the food with those two items that you can buy.
Mhm.
all in total was $45.
Dude, that's hella cheap,
Dude,
bro.
like holy shit, we couldn't believe it, and I'm like, God damn. And so yeah, that was just insane. Also, the food was really really good. I got the
It
salmon.
was amazing. Yeah.
It was great.
It,
With I think I got like a bread on the side, and I can't remember what soup I got. I know I like got some like corn soup, which I did not like.
mhm.
I don't like corn. um,
Oh yeah, that's when I found out, and I was like, "What the fuck is wrong with you?"
yeah, and I found out
That's
you
what
don't
we all
like
found
fish.
out. Yeah,
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 and also like you don't like fish, and I'm like, what the fuck?
yeah. That was my main worry. I was like, because I'm not really like a big seafood fan. You know, like I mean, if I have to eat it, I'll eat
Hmm.
it, which has never happened in my life.
Yeah.
You know, because it's like okay, I just want to eat it. But it just all kind of tastes the same to me. That's why,
Hmm.
like, just fish. What's it called? Like fish, lobster, and what's the other one? Shrimp.
Hmm.
They all kind of taste the same to me. So I was like, it all just I don't know, just kind of tastes like water, not water, but like it just has that same taste. And
Yeah, I
I'm just
get you.
like, yeah, I'm just like I'm not a big fan of it. Like it's not bad, but it's like I don't like it. So
Hmm.
I was like, why am I gonna eat it?
Yeah.
That's what I was worried about over there. I was like, fucking, when I went to Japan, like sushi and shit like that. That was my biggest worry ever. Like, first of all, these tickets, like the airplane tickets, were bought like spontaneously, all
Yeah.
random.
Hmm.
Yeah. So that's why I was like, oh, cool, we're going. But then I was like, what the fuck am I gonna eat over there? You know, like I was like, I know they have like different food, but it's like the majority that they eat over there is like seafood and shit like that. And it turns out we didn't eat a lot of seafood.
No, yeah.
Yeah,
We
and so
That was kind of one one thing I regret because I remember saying like I just there to take pictures and I want to eat, you know,
eat the food,
like I
yeah.
want to try food. We didn't eat, go
We
to a lot
didn't
of
really eat a
restaurants.
lot. Yeah, that's
Hmm.
we really just ate like 7-Eleven and like I think we maybe had like 3 or 4 bowls of ramen.
Yeah, basically.
And like the
Um,
best ramen we had was like the first bowl.
yeah. Oh my gosh, we'll
Oh,
get to
that
that.
shit was so good.
Yeah.
But yeah, that was my biggest worry, just like the seafood, because I mean it's an island, so like a majority of the, like sushi and like just
Mhm.
tempura, shrimp and shit like that. That's why I was like, oh fuck, what the fuck am I gonna eat? But I mean they have like
Mhm.
different options, so I was like, okay, that's not that bad.
Yeah.
I,
I mean, if anyone goes to Japan, like really just go to find a restaurant where they have like a vending machine of sorts, and that's how you can order your food. Like just go
mhm.
find one like that, and I honestly guarantee you
There's
that
a
you'll.
bunch of ramen shops like that over there, and
Yeah.
the only one that we went to, the first time we went to, I fucked up my order because on the clip he's like, "Oh, fish," and I was like, "Oh no, I don't want fish." I was like, I want, what was it? Fuck, I think it was pork."
Yeah.
And I was like, "Can I change it?" He's like, "Oh yeah, no worries." And I was like, "Fuck, they're gonna spit in my food or some shit like that."
uh, but
But yeah, and then,
yeah.
I thought it was weird too, because other restaurants that we did go to, like other places that I did see like the menu, it's like you see like in the Alice in Wonderland, bringing it back to that. I got the burger patty, right, with the
Mhm.
cheese.
Mhm.
That's a thing over there. That it's just a patty with the cheese.
Yeah.
And I was like, because at first I was like, well, that's kind of weird. I was like, it's not a burger patty. It must be like a patty with like spices or whatever. And I was like, I bit into it and I was like, this is a burger patty.
Yeah.
And then we walked around like some other days and I would see like, oh, burger patty, and I was like, what the fuck? I was like, just make a hamburger out of
Yeah.
it.
Right. But yeah. So we ate. It was good, and then that's when we go to Beauty and the Beast. Right. I didn't mention it. Those two girls. They like talked.
They were
Uh.
like looking back at you guys.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. So
Mm-hmm.
this was during when we were in line for Haunted Mansion. You and Ale were trying to get food. And all for the both of us.
Dude, that
Uh.
was a mission for us.
Yeah. uh. I mean, well, you can say in a bit, but like, yeah, me and Susan, we were in line just the whole time. We weren't really talking to each other. I'm just looking around, like really like,
Mm-hmm.
trying to look at everything and all that, see if I can get some pictures and all. And then as soon as we caught up with you guys, she starts explaining to you. It's like these girls right in front of us, like fucking we're calling us fat and all that basically because for people who don't know we're basically considered obese over there because they eat healthy over there. There's like a lot of skinny people and all that, and so apparently the the girls in front of us were kind of talking to each other in low voices and all that, and they were making fun of Susan. And at one point, one of them did that whole like making a circle with their hands. Like, I don't know how to explain it in the podcast, but like basically that's how they call their fat. Like they were just kind of like make this circle going like this at one point.
Yeah, when she told me that, I was like, what the fuck? Like, fuck
Yeah.
them, little skinny ass bitches.
Yeah, and I did not notice this. I did not notice this. Sorry, Susan. Like I said, I was just like looking around, like just minding my own business on stuff.
Yeah.
And so yeah, that's my bad. I mean, I don't know what I would have done if I saw it, but like, still.
Better punch him in the face, David. That's my wife.
But yeah. Anyway, back to
you know what's so funny? It's like we were waiting in line, and it's like, I think this was the first ride we got into, right?
Mm-hmm.
First ride, and it's huge
Yeah.
fucking line, and we're like, we're hungry, and we're like, well, how do we do it? Like, let's just go. And I asked Susan, I was like, what do you want to eat? And she's like, well, we saw like an ice cream, like it was like a Dole Whip, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And she's like, oh, I want a churro. I was like, okay. Well, like, I'll go get you a churro so you don't have to walk around a lot. yes, we'll get to that right now.
Oh my god.
Yeah, and then so it ended up being me and your sister, that Alexis. Well, fuck it, let's go look for food. And dude, there's like lines everywhere. We're like, what the fuck? Like, we don't know what the lines are for, you know?
Mm-hmm.
And so we're like, okay, whatever. And then we get to like the Dole Whip line, and we're like, they have churros there. Well, no, let's just get churros and we'll just figure out what to eat later on. And then we just see people coming out with like fries and like some other shit. We're like, what the fuck? That shit looks fucking good.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you know, like it was like a tray of like some French fries and like, you know, a burger, or like they had like a steak or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
And we're like looking at each other like, should we like leave the line? And your sister was like, they're coming from that way. Like all of them were coming from that way. I was like, well, fuck it, let's go. So we go. And we're walking, and then we're like, where do we go? And then we see another person with like a tray, and your sister goes like, oh, like, she's like, hey, like, where did you get this? And then she's like, oh, she's like, huh? Like, oh, like fries, like where? And she's like, oh, over there. It's like, oh, okay, cool, let's go. And yeah, we found the place. And we're like, fuck, like it looks so good. Like the menu looks so fucking delicious. And I was like, I'm gonna try this. I'm gonna try that. So yeah, we ended up trying the burgers. It was like a burger, but it was like I don't know what the fuck it was, honestly. But it was like imagine it's like a burger, but like some shit on it. It was so fucking good.
Mm-hmm.
And then we got the churro, right? On the way back, we tried the churro. Like I only got one because it was for Susan, and I tried it, and then she tried it too. We're like tasting it, and we're like, this isn't good.
Yeah.
And we're like, I was like, yeah, it's like missing like the fat.
Yeah.
Like just messing around, you know? And she's like, yeah, no, I don't know. Like it's not good. And so yeah, like, and then we're like, fuck, where the fuck are they? We couldn't find you guys. And well, we can't get in line because it's like, what's the point? And then we saw some people like kind of like go towards the side, and they were looking for their friends, and like, you know, they didn't go in. And we're like, oh, well, for sure, you know, we just do that. And so we're waiting just there, like looking around, and like our worst case scenario was that you guys were already in the ride.
Mm-hmm.
And eventually we see you guys, and then the attendants are like, oh, like yeah, go, like, you know, just go. But they told us, oh, you can't take food in there, so we had to put it in the bag or whatever. And then yeah, you guys tried the churros, and yeah, not good.
Yeah, but I literally took one bite and I was like, the fuck is this? Like,
Exactly what it is.
Exactly. I don't even know how to describe it. It's just, it's hollow on the inside basically, and you just
it has no flavor.
It's zero flavor.
It has no like you bite it and you're like, oh, you get that little hint of the sugar,
mm-hmm.
and it's gone like that.
Yeah,
and you just can't taste it. And I was just like, oh, healthy Japanese,
I guess. Oh my god, do not get the churros for Tokyo Disney. Holy shit.
I mean, get them just because, you know, try them. But we're telling you right now, they're not as good as they are here.
Mm-hmm.
I wouldn't know in like in Paris and all that, like how your sister does, but she was like, these aren't. she was like, these aren't good.
Mm-hmm. That's horrible. Oh my gosh! As soon as you brought it up, I'm like, oh, those things.
Yeah.
And yeah, I mean, I don't know about the rest of the trip. I mean, I'll get to the Beauty and the Beast right in a bit, but like I don't remember much else about the trip. I know just for some bit of it, I was by myself, just kind of like right in front of the castle. I was trying to take as much pictures as I could and all.
Yeah,
Um,
that was at like the beginning, right?
yeah, that was in the beginning.
Yeah,
Actually, when you
we're
guys
gonna
were
go
gone,
shop.
yeah, when you guys were gone, actually, this guy in like a I don't know some piano bicycle or
Yeah,
something.
when me and Susan go back, like we saw that guy. It was like
Oh,
a
okay, yeah.
piano with a bicycle. Yeah, it was
Yeah,
cool.
yeah, and just he was just playing around and all that. It was really cool. Like the dude seemed like really into it, and everyone like seemed to have loved it because he got like a crowd going and all. So that was actually really cool. Um, actually, during when we were in line for Winnie the Pooh, the parade went by, and I was really liking the music that they were playing. It was actually really
Oh, I
cool.
forgot about that.
Yeah, we
Yeah,
there was some like trees and bushes right in front of us, so we actually couldn't like really see the parade much. But
we barely saw it, but it's like we saw it, but it was always covered by like the bushes, huh? Because they were so
mhm.
tall. Yeah.
Yeah, but I mean, still though, that parade looked really, really great. I love the ride and all that. I love seeing all the characters. It's always so fun, and the music really was good. And yeah, it was just yeah. I think it was just the Beauty and the Beast ride left, and the line on that one it looked really, really cool. You're literally walking inside the castle. You're just seeing all of the, you know, basically how it looks in the movies. There's some shredded stuff and all that. Some you go by the fireplace at one point and all that, and at one point in the line, off to the side, you see like the shadows of some of the characters, and they're having conversation. And it's basically like in the books, like um, we gotta help the beast or something like that. I don't know
Yeah.
if you see the you know which part it is if you've seen the movies and all.
Did
Um,
okay, real fast.
mm,
So when we make line, right? You make
mm,
line outside of the castle.
yeah.
You kind of lean towards the castle. You go into like kind of the cliffs of like the river, like downstairs, like where the bridge is at.
Mm-hmm,
You're not technically on the bridge, but you're like kind of across it, like on the cliff.
mm-hmm.
Do you remember when Excuse me. Oh my god, this is fucking hilarious. So I was looking around, right? We're by the cliffs, and you can see like the bridge, right? It's like right across from us, and like down, it's like like not a waterfall, but like the water, the rocks in the bottom.
Yeah.
And if you fall, technically you're dead, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And so like I'm just looking around, and I'm just looking around, and then um there's a group of friends at the bridge, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like a group of like 3 or 4 friends. And so when I look at them, instantly one of them hits one of his friends with like one of the plushies that they have,
Mm-hmm.
like a little doll that they have. I think it was like a Winnie the Pooh, whatever they have.
Mm-hmm.
They just hit him in the head. And so when they hit him in the head, the guy that got hit in the head had he had he had ears on,
Mm-hmm.
like dizzy ears. So when he smacked him in the head, the ears went flying down. They went flying down to like the water, and it's funny as hell because it's like I saw that happen, and I just see the friend like looking down, like the one that got smacked. He looked down to his ears. He looked at his friend, looked back down, looked back at his friend, and then you just hear, ah! He got mad as hell, and I
Yeah.
started laughing. And they look at me, and like the friend, like the one that smacked him, he looks at me, and I was like, I point at my head, and they point at like down there, like where the water's at, and they're all like, yes, that happened, and I was just like, that fucking sucks. And like I just see everyone like around us just like kind of like laughing too, and I was like, oh shit, I'm not the only one that noticed.
Yeah.
So like the whole time, like leading to the castle, I was like, where the fuck are the ears? Where the fuck are the ears?
Mm.
Couldn't find them.
Wow. Oh, wow.
I couldn't find them, but they got smacked in there, bro.
Dang, that sucks. Holy shit.
Yeah, for him, but it was fucking
Mm.
hilarious.
Mm. Yeah. The ride itself, though, it was great. It was the same way. It was the same one as Winnie the Pooh, trackless ride and all that.
Mm-hmm.
And you basically just going through the whole story and all, and it was just fantastic. I
Oh, dude, it
love
was amazing.
the be our guest moment. At one point, you're looking at the table, and they're dancing.
Yeah.
And I think it just looks like a regular dining table and all that. There's some food and all that, and then at one point, they they make you turn around and all that on the seat, and you're facing like the wall. And like right away, I'm like, oh my gosh, they're like obviously you're gonna see like the whole dancing utensils and all that blah blah blah.
Yeah.
And sure enough, you turn it back around and it's all there, and you're just like, holy shit! Like how did they do that? And all that. I mean, you can kind of tell, but still though, it was insane. And then the moment of the beast turning back into human, that was great. You know, I'm sure you can
Oh
look it up
yeah,
online.
dude, it was crazy.
Because like it's literally magic. I don't know. It was awesome. You see, because he just literally disappears and it's human and all that. You're kind of like, holy shit. And then yeah, just I mean the ending of Talos all this time. You're literally in the car and in the right seats. You're literally dancing with like Belle and the Beast in the end and all that. It's such a great ride. Holy shit.
Yeah, like when the dinner scene ended,
Mhm.
and like we exit out.
Mhm.
I looked at you. Is that it? And she's like, I don't know, but that was awesome.
Yeah.
And then like the rest of the ride started. I was like, oh thank God. I was
Yeah.
fucking mad because we were like 2-3 hours for that.
Oh yeah, because there was some
Yeah.
delays on that, but yeah, it kept going and
Oh,
was
there
great.
was a delay. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
we were stuck there for a while.
Oh yeah, I think that was like the longest line that we had. Everything
Mhm.
else, you just kind of like you didn't really stop.
Yeah.
Uh,
But either way,
yeah.
I think I liked it because we're already inside of the castle, and it's like one of those like, oh look at the castle, and you see like the what's inside of it. That was cool. I loved it.
Mhm.
I think after that we exited it, and then we're like, let's go home.
Yeah, basically, we were just kind of we were getting tired and all that. That's the first day that our feet started to hurt.
Yeah.
I think Ali got some like dumplings or something. You remember those like the aliens
Oh
from Toy
yeah.
Story?
So the whole thing was like we were walking back to the entrance,
Mm-hmm.
and then she saw those. She's like, oh, I'm gonna go get something real quick. And it was like she's like, oh, I want to try the dumplings. But then it was like, oh, you can get the dumplings, but you can get the container.
Mm-hmm.
And she's like, no, I already spent too much money back on it. Like, I spent too much money already. I'm just gonna get the dumplings. Like, all right, for sure. So then she went inside the restaurant, and then we stayed outside. And then me and Susan were like, oh, we're gonna go to the bathroom, which is like, kind of like a little bit far away.
Mm-hmm.
So we come back, and she's eating dumplings, and I see the fucking container.
Yeah.
I was like, what happened? They convinced me. No, what happened? I wanted it. Oh, but before we got there, it was like the Baymax, dude. They were getting lit over there, dude.
Oh yeah, I think
Remember
there was
that?
like
Yeah. It was like a Baymax. Was it like a what was it?
Oh, I think it was just a ride. Like those kind of like the teacups in Anaheim. It was basically that, but like
they were
they
having like a
fucking
whole
going.
party there, and they were all singing.
Yeah, basically,
That
like
was
even the guy
crazy.
like working the machine and all that, he was just like into it too,
Uh-huh.
like dancing up and jumping up and down and shit. Like holy shit, that was cool.
Yeah, I was like, what the heck?
Yeah.
That looks cool as hell.
That was cool. And then yeah, we left and all. It was great. Just took the train back. I can't remember. Did we go back to 7-Eleven? Probably, but
Probably, but yeah, who knows?
yeah. And yeah, after that it was just all city stuff. This is where my timeline's gonna be off on this. I don't know how we're gonna go
Oh
about
no,
it.
dude, same here. Like when you mentioned that you want to do like a Japan trip, I was like, oh, I'm gonna make it like a timeline, and then I was like, what the fuck did we do after Disneyland?
Yeah. Fuck, where did we start? I mean, we definitely one of the big things, yeah, Disneyland, Kyoto, but also some of the stores that we wanted to go to, like the Nintendo store, the Pokemon store, and just kind of like just sightsee basically and all. Like I said, walking around the city itself, like it's so fucking great.
Oh,
like
dude, it's so awesome.
it's everything about it is just so beautiful, and all. How should we tackle this? I guess we could just talk about some of the things that we bought, maybe some of the stores that we went to. Yeah, let's just go for the
Dude. Team Labs.
Oh, okay. Yeah, let's talk about that. Okay.
Oh my god.
I gotta be honest. That was my least favorite thing about the whole trip.
What?
I just
You
for
know
one.
what? Yeah, I think my least favorite on my part it was probably Disneyland, just because it's like okay. I'll ask you this overall opinion about Disneyland Tokyo.
Disneyland Tokyo. I gotta be honest, it's not my favorite Disneyland park.
It is
Just
or it's
because
not. It
it's
is or it's
out
not.
of all the Disney parks I've been to, like, oh, sorry, you really cut off there. What?
Oh, you too. I'm asking. It is your favorite or it's not your favorite?
It's not my favorite.
Oh yeah, same here.
Okay, yeah,
I've
just
only been to
because.
Disneyland.
Yeah, no, I've been to Disneyland. I've been to Disney World and like all those other ones like Animal Kingdom and all that.
Yeah,
And this one, and that's honestly my least favorite. Just because I don't know, just something about it. It was a
it feels
little bit.
empty.
It feels kind of. I think it was just too open. Like everything
Yeah,
was all
so
spread
that
out.
you know what that's the thing that I did love about it. It was like it's you know Disneyland. When you're walking right, it's overcrowded as fuck.
Mm-hmm.
Tokyo Disneyland is overcrowded too, but you're not like oh shit my bad sorry
Yeah.
excuse me you're not like that. Everything's spread out, but then at the same time it's like they don't really have much to offer,
Mm-hmm.
but they do have those cool 3 rides.
Yeah, the rides
It's
themselves
like
are like.
I mean I've only been on there like on 2 Disney parties, so it's like for sure it's number 2.
Yeah.
But damn, like if they would have had more to offer, that would have been number 1. Just because,
Mm-hmm.
oh, I don't feel too crowded, and the lines move so fast.
They're incredibly fast, and
They're
the
so
lines
efficient.
and like the buildings inside, like they're really fun to look at. Like
Yes,
you're
yeah, they do
entertained.
that, and
Mm-hmm.
and it's like the cast members too. They're like, I remember I asked your sister, I was like, dude, like everyone looks so happy here, and she's like, well, yeah, because of Tokyo law, and they have to get paid really good, and I was like, oh, I was like,
Yeah.
all right,
Yeah.
yeah. Over here in the U.S., it's like next,
Mm-hmm.
go on, keep moving
Yeah.
the line, keep moving. Over there, it's like,
Mm-hmm.
oh, like, well, I mean, I don't know their tone, but they seem happy as fuck.
Oh yeah, for sure.
But yeah, Team
Um,
Labs, I loved it.
yeah. I know it's gonna sound dumb, but like I did not like having to walk around barefoot in that
Oh,
place.
me neither. I
Yeah.
hated that part too, but it's like, I mean, it's an experience, So,
Yeah.
I mean, Susan hated it too, I bet, but I'm pretty sure. I'm gonna ask her later on today. She actually
Okay.
loved it, so.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, the Team Labs thing is just sort of like this. I don't know. I guess
It's
I don't know how to
interactive.
explain. It's a interactive art gallery, I guess you can say in a
Mm.
sense. Um, you first go in, you're going up this little ramp, and it's like water going down, and I'm like, the water feels nice and all that's cool. But then as soon as you go in the next room, it's just cushions or whatever. I don't know what it is exactly, like some
That was so hard
giant
to walk through.
room of a cushion and all that, and you're just like sinking in there. You gotta like really like
Get in
lift
there.
your foot up and all that, moving around and shit. I had the camera on me, so like if I step the wrong way, I'm gonna like land on it and shit.
I remember your sister was like laughing at me. She's like, "Oh, like you," because there's a trick to it. It's like you step and then you step too, right? But it's like you have to use your knees to walk through as well.
Mm-hmm.
You kind of have to like kind of in a sense crawl.
Yeah.
And then your sister was like, "Oh, like," she kept laughing. She's like, "Oh, like Sergio's over there, and like Susan's over here, like pregnant, and like he's
Yeah.
struggling." I'm like, "Oh, okay, I'll go back." And I still went back and went back.
Yeah.
And when I was out of breath, but oh my god, I don't know. It just to me like I fell in love with it. It was so fucking cool. The whole experience just to be there, and then like I remember at the end. Do you want to go through every room or just want to just kind of skip through it?
You however you want it. I mean, you love this place, so.
So after that room, we go to another room, another room, another room. But it's like honestly, if you're listening, just look it up. It's interesting to experience once in a lifetime. I want to do it again just because I thought it was really fun.
Mm-hmm.
There's a room where you have to lift up your if you're wearing pants, lift them up all like knee high, and depending on how high you are, they're gonna go away. But it's like there's just a pool, and there's a reflection of like koi fish and like flowers just on the water, and it looks so beautiful.
Mm-hmm.
And there's just another room, just like a bunch of like diamond lights looking at you, or not looking at you, but you're looking at like diamond light. Oh my god, it's so I don't know. You just like I've seen videos and they look
Mhm.
so good, but it does not do it justice
Yeah.
of what we saw there. It's just you have to be there. Just go if you ever do experience Team Lab. Just do it. And then I was really unimpressed with the
Oh,
last one
yeah,
with the
the
flower.
one.
You just sit there and you're like, oh okay. But
Yeah.
I think it's so funny because it's like when we finish, because there's two areas, right? Like the first area is like the one with like all the rooms, and
Mhm.
the second area is like the just like the one flower place, like
Yeah.
the plants. In the first area, and like when we exited the first area, she was like, "What the fuck is the meaning of this?" And I was like, "Oh, it's because it's like your like reincarnation type of shit. It's like you're born and you struggle through life and all this stuff." And she's like, "Shut the fuck up!" And like the plaque right there says pretty much I'm just bullshitting at this point, and it just says exactly what I say, but like more in depth. And she's like, "Fucking Sergio, always fucking right about this shit."
What the heck?
And I
That's
was like, "I told you, like, you have to experience it. Like you have to feel it. Like like, the first room, like when we're climbing up like the waterfall, right? We're climbing up the waterfall, and like the like the water's hitting our feet, like we're like we're alive, and then we hit the one with the second room with the stupid like the bean bags
Mhm.
to struggle. We're struggling to get out. We're trying to be born, and then you hit this room, and yeah, sure enough, I was fucking right about everything.
Dang. I thought
It's
you were
just like,
actually.
what the fuck?
I thought you were just
I was
reading
just
them.
bullshitting it.
I thought you read it first, and then you tried to like
No,
pass it off.
no, no, I
That's
was
awesome,
bullshitting that shit,
honestly.
dude. But
Honestly,
it's
that's
just like
awesome.
because
Like,
I just thought I thought back about it. I was like, it kind of seems like this. I'm just gonna say it. And then she was like, "Oh, you." She was like, "You're fucking bullshitting. Like, you fucking." I was like, "No, like it's just how it felt. You had to. It's like you had to be there moment. Like
hmm
just being all dumb.
I
But yeah, I
guess
loved it.
so.
There's different ones. I really want to do. If we ever do go back, I want to do like the different ones. I think there's like a planet one.
Hmm,
Which is I'm assuming it's pretty cool.
that's cool.
But yeah, I loved it. I think it was like. I mean, I think that's like the only museum we went to
Hmm.
when we tried to go to like different museums, and I'm surprised that we went to that one because your friends they were like, you actually got like tickets, and we're like,
Yeah, yeah.
yeah. They're all surprised because they've been trying to get tickets for a while.
Hmm.
But yeah, it was cool.
Yeah, but I mean that place is like it's very Instagrammy, if you know what I mean. Like you can.
Yeah, it's like a whole bunch of like photos and all that. I saw like
Hmm.
a bunch of people like taking photos, and I'm just like, I mean, like to me, I don't like to say this. I like to live like that, but it's like I don't really take a bunch of photos of anything. Like I'll take like, oh, here's a photo here, here's a photo,
Hmm.
but it's like I'm not trying to take a photo. I just take the photo like to make it look nice or whatever. But it's like with that one, it was like okay, I'll take like a photo like in every room or whatever, like whatever. But I like to experience,
Hmm.
especially with that one. I just fell in love with it, and it's the one that I really loved was I believe it was the last room. Was like you walk in and it's like the dome looking one, and just like flowers projecting on the ceiling, and like
Yeah.
that's the one that was like, oh shit. I was like, I could spend hours in here just
Wow.
looking at the projections. And it's like I just saw people like just taking pictures, and I was like, what are you guys doing? Like I took maybe like 3 pictures in there, and I was like, just what are you guys doing? Like stop taking pictures. Like if it looks like shit, it looks like shit. Like just like look at
Hmm.
it. Like it looks beautiful. Like when are you
Yeah.
gonna see this ever again? Like come on.
Hmm.
But
I mean, maybe that's why it was my least favorite. Like, I couldn't really take a lot of photos in there because
oh, you're
I
one of
was.
those, huh? Yeah, I
Yeah,
forgot.
like I said, like I just want to take pictures, and so when I was in there, I'm just kind of like, oh, what the fuck do I do here? Like
Yeah.
how do I take a picture? And so I'm just in the complete opposite state of you.
Mhm.
So I guess maybe that's why I just didn't get into it. So if anyone's listening, do what Sergio did.
Just experience it. Like even in Japan too. Like I was going back because when I was there, I took a bunch of pictures, like pictures. And I was looking through my like photos. I didn't take a lot of pictures,
Yeah.
and I was like, I thought I did, and I was like, I guess to me it was just more of a oh shit, you like took more than you usually do. So
Hmm.
like even in Mexico too, it was like I didn't really take a bunch of pictures. I took like pictures for like oh yeah, this is me here, this is me there, but it was just like 3 pictures a day or maybe 4 pictures a day,
Yeah.
and I was like oh shit, but I mean, I love it and I hate it because I love it because it's like, oh shit, look, I'm there in the moment. Like, I
Hmm.
think that's how I am. Like every day, I'm there. Like I don't have to record anything. And then that's how I am in holidays too, because it's like I'm there in the moment, and I'm there, like, oh shit,
Mm-hmm.
like this is crazy, this is amazing. I'm in Japan. Who would have fucking thought that we would go to Japan?
Yeah, for
Like
sure.
since I was a kid, I would dream of going to Japan, Tokyo, and all that. And I'm finally there, and then I leave, right? And I'm like, oh, let me look at my pictures, and I'm like, fuck, I should have taken more pictures,
Mm-hmm.
because it's like I just have my memory, but then you leave, your memory gets all fuzzy, and it's like, oh fuck. So,
Yeah, yeah.
but either way, I love it.
Mm-hmm.
It's awesome.
No, yeah. I mean, I got you.
Team Labs, it's for sure.
That's partly why I love taking photos though too, just because I mean that kind of forces me to look at more things than I probably
Yes,
thought of,
and
because
it's
like
not even that you're capturing memories as well.
yeah, for sure. And I mean, just because we're moving so fast, we're just like walking into whatever
Yeah.
place we're going to. I'm just kind of like, okay, what can I take a picture of? Come on, go,
Uh-huh.
and I see things. I loved it when we went to Kyoto, and we were by like some lake, and people were actually like on boats and everything, riding around and
Oh
all
yeah.
that. Like that was fun to watch, and it's fun to capture and all. And so yeah, and there's just one picture I still haven't gotten to it yet, but like it was when we were met up with my friends, with our friends,
Mm-hmm.
and we were just like in this little park area and all that, and there was like lined with cherry
Oh
blossoms,
yes. Yeah.
and there were some
It's by
people
the
there.
palace. Uh-huh.
Yeah, and there were some people sitting on benches and all that, and I just took pictures of them. Just like I didn't care. There was one of a couple sitting together under a cherry blossom tree, and I'm like, "Fuck, that's gonna be a good picture right there." And I
Yeah.
just took it, and I took one of an old man sitting on a different bench, and I took one of him, and then I mean, like I said, I haven't looked at it, so who knows how it's gonna be, but
He's all flipping you off and shit.
I know. Imagine just like, the fuck is wrong with you? They just had this face look on their
He's
face,
like
like the fuck.
tourist.
I know. But yeah, and also like the plants. I took a bunch of pictures of the plants, like close up pictures of them.
Oh
And
yeah,
everything.
but in Kyoto, I saw you doing a bunch of that.
Yeah, I mean, there was. Let's just talk about Kyoto. Fuck it.
Oh, so beautiful, dude.
Yeah, Kyoto is absolutely amazing. It wasn't. It's not a city, Like it's just like a little town and all that, and
Well, it was the capital of Japan for a while.
Oh yeah, it was the capital of Japan for sure. We got a tour guide, and she told us a bit about the history. And we actually talked to her, and we told her like, "So how was business in like 2020?" And she's like, "I got no job. I haven't worked. I didn't work for 2 years.
Yeah.
And I was like, holy shit."
I never left a review, but I
You did it, dude.
I forgot. She was awesome.
Yeah, very nice lady. Man, she can walk fast. I could not keep up with her.
Dude, right?
With me.
Yes.
But yeah, I mean Kyoto. It's just like I said, like it's just beautiful nature dude. Everywhere, and
before we got to the first temple, she was because she was like, oh, it might rain today. She was telling me, I was like, oh, it might rain today. I was like, oh, really? And she was like, oh yeah, like did you bring an umbrella? And I was like, no. And she's like, oh, you should get an umbrella. I was like, oh well, if it rains, I'll get one. I was like, oh, okay. And she was like, oh, like just last week, they were like it rained like a lot. And I was like, oh, really? No, yeah. And she was like, oh, there was an accident. Like there was an accident on one of the lakes, and like a fishing boat, whatever, And I was like, oh, no way. Like, oh, well, hopefully everyone's okay. Like, oh no, they're dead. And I was like, what the fuck?
Oh shit.
Yeah. I was like, it rained that bad. She's like, oh yeah, the rain was bad. I was like, I should buy an umbrella.
Yeah.
But she was so cool, dude. She's fast as hell.
Yeah.
And she's really sweet.
Very sweet. She tells a lot about, like I said, tells a lot about the history, the capital city and all that. And I can't remember much about it else, but like Tokyo, kind of like a lot of people tend to move over there and all that, blah blah blah. But yeah, I mean, it was just fun. And towards the end though, she took us like I don't know, some mall or something that had like a bunch of restaurants and all, and
yeah, it was near the It was near. Oh, you forgot the main part of Kyoto, dude.
Hmm.
It was the last shrine.
The the what was it called? The
I have no idea.
shit. Let's look it up. Hold up. Sorry, people. It's been how long has it been? It's been 2 months since our trip, so our memory is like shit.
Yeah. Susan's over here hearing me, and she's probably like, "What the fuck? How do you not know?"
Yeah. I can't.
Yeah, so Kyoto is like a for sure stop for my wife because of Kenshin. It was Fushimi Inari Shrine.
Yeah, the Thousand Torii Gate and all that.
Yep. So what it is, it's just like a trail just filled with like a bunch of fucking I guess just what would you call that?
I don't know.
Gates. They're
Yeah, I
called
guess.
gates. Like painted black on the bottom and then orange on top.
Mm-hmm.
And it's just a bunch of gates, and it fucking travels all throughout the stupid ass mountain.
Mm-hmm.
And if you were to walk that, it would take you like 2 fucking miles, and it goes uphill and all that shit, and it's crazy.
Yeah.
And my fucking pregnant wife was like, "I'm so fucking down, but I can't." And I was just like, "Oh, thank God!"
Yeah.
Thank God, because I can't do that.
Hell yeah, no, for sure.
No, yeah, I honestly, this is one of my favorite parts in Kyoto. I mean, the whole Japan thing, just because just Kyoto, just seeing the look on my wife's face, to her, like, her favorite anime is Kenshin. Like, she's like, "Oh, I love Japan because of Kenshin."
Mm-hmm.
And like, this is a location in the anime, and she's like, she'll be like, "Oh my God, this is where he went. This is where this happened. This is where that happened." And I'm like, "Yeah, babe, cool." But I'll be like, just seeing her face, man. She was so lit up, and I fucking loved it. Like, I know she was tired and all that, but I'm just like, I was just so glad. Honestly, throughout the whole trip, I was just like, I'm so grateful that we got to experience this together, and I felt so bad because she was pregnant. She's pregnant at the time,
Mm-hmm.
and it's like, fuck. The one thing that she wants, she can't get, because the one thing that she wants is she wants sushi.
Yeah.
She's, if I want sushi. Oh, she told us that too. It's like, if we go to like a conveyor belt sushi place, I'm having fucking sushi. I don't give a fuck what you guys tell me. Like, I'm having fucking sushi. And I was like, yeah, we can't have that. We can't have that.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like, oh, like, hopefully soon, like, we can go again if we, hopefully she's not pregnant, and she'll be like, yeah, let's do the 2 mile. Like, I'm so down to do that 2 mile walk. Like,
Mm-hmm.
and like I'll eat raw sushi over there. I'm not gonna do it here, but yeah.
Yeah.
But like, yeah, just seeing every temple and like all this stuff, like, just, it was, Kyoto is so beautiful. Like, the nature over there, the little river, not the rivers, but like the little lakes that they have for each temple.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, beautiful, man. And the bamboo forest, dude, that was so cool.
That was sick. That was very cool.
So beautiful, man. It's just, damn.
Mm-hmm.
That was like a whole day, just Kyoto. Just, it's beautiful.
Oh, for sure. Because I mean, we had to take we took the bullet train to that. And
yeah.
It was
like
2-hour ride and all. You all knocked out and everything, and I tried to. Stay
your sister and my wife got mad at me for that.
Really?
Yeah, because I wanted the window seat.
Uh-huh.
And I was like, no, like, we have to do, like, because they were like, oh, like, because you know how they were complaining about like the whole what was it, like, the seat charting, like, oh, like, no, we have to like actually sit in our seats, like, wherever we're, like, what seat we paid, we have to sit in, because it's like, Japanese, like, they actually like they do that.
Mm-hmm.
Like, oh no, this is my seat, I have to sit here. Like, oh, okay, cool, for sure. So like, no, my seat's the window seat, and they're like, oh, fine, whatever. And I guess your sister or Susan wanted this window seat to like take pictures and all that, but I was just there like to play games.
Yeah.
So they was like, you're a dumbass. I was like, oh, sorry.
I also forgot to mention that during that train ride, though, we passed Mount Fuji, and you can actually.
We barely saw it. Yeah.
Barely saw it, yeah. But I mean, it's still cool though. Like, it's it looked really cool and all that. I couldn't take any pictures of it though, because like the window itself, it was like it was blue and all that, and so it still looked like shit. So I couldn't take pictures.
We were supposed to go on our second or third day, I think. Second or third day, we were supposed to go to Mount Fuji, but or one of those days, we were supposed to go to Mount Fuji for sure. But then just like trying to get there and trying to get back was so complicated for us. We're like, how the fuck did we get there?
Mm-hmm.
And we're like, nah, let's just go walk around the city.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we canceled that one.
Mm-hmm.
Supposedly it's better if you get like a Airbnb over there
Mm-hmm.
because I think if you go over there, I think the last train to Tokyo was like I think like 4 or 5 p.m.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like by the time we get there, it's like, well, what's the point?
Yeah.
Yeah. But either way,
Mm-hmm. Uh, and yeah, I mean, just I don't know what else to say about Kyoto. It literally is just nature, you know. We just
yeah,
enjoy it for sure. And then
the
towards the
Botai,
end, hmm?
the Botosai, the Manslayer. That's Susan's anime.
Oh, okay. um, and yeah, I mean, let's talk about the food because we ate some ramen when we were in Kyoto, but like, I think it was in our second day. Kyoto was like, what was it, third or fourth? Um, on our second day though, we were just walking around the city, and the first restaurant that we went to, we got some ramen, and it was fucking delicious. I think mine was like a garlic, no, what is it, like a, yeah, garlic butter chicken ramen or something like that, and
In
like
Kyoto or where?
no,
The
this was
first
in
one?
Tokyo. Yeah, the first one that we went to.
Oh yeah. Oh my god.
Yeah, and then they tell me like, oh, do you want it hot? I'm like, fuck yeah, like spice it up. It
Yeah,
wasn't
dude. And
spicy.
oh, so that's the first time we got ramen, right? And so, okay, first of all, the Pokemon station over there, amazing.
Yeah, we'll
The
get to
Nintendo
that.
store, amazing as well.
Mm.
It's like, oh my god, why can't we have that shit here?
I know.
But yeah, we went to the ramen shop. That's the first time we did like the dispensing
Hmm.
for ramen. That's the first and only time we did that.
No, we did it on Kyoto too, but it was that one was more of a
Oh,
computer.
yeah, it was like a touchscreen type thing. Right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So this was like a dispensing, right? So it's like you touch the buttons and all that shit. So when I did mine, the guy he got my receipt. He's like, "Oh, you want?" He just said like, "Oh, shrimp," and I was like, "Oh no, I got the wrong one. Like I want like beef or pork, whatever my wife got."
Hmm.
And he's like, "Oh, okay." I was like, "Can I switch it?" And he's like, "Oh yeah, yeah." And he goes, "Spicy, non-spicy." I was like, "Spicy." Like, give me that shit, spicy. I want that shit.
Same.
I was like, give me the hot stuff. And dude, like when we got the food, I dipped the, oh my god, what's the chopstick? I dipped it into the broth, and I licked it, and I was like, oh my god, that's spicy.
How do you?
And let me get to it, and I was like, oh my god, it's spicy. So then whatever mixed around, and I'm eating, and I'm like, just eating it, and like, I get all like mocoso, like get boogers in my thing, and I'm like, oh my god, like it is spicy. And then I was like, I went to go blend my nose, and I came back, and I was like, when I took another bite, this isn't spicy. It was just hot. Like the broth was just hot. It's not spicy at all. But I mean, I get like that every time I eat like ramen here, even here at the house. Like when I eat soup, like I get like just like burgers in my mouth, on
Yeah.
my mouth, on my nose. Like I get like all like that. So
Yeah.
oh, but dude, it was so fucking delicious.
It was the best. Holy shit! Like I said, like it said butter on the name of the dish. And literally on my bowl, there was like a little square piece of butter,
like a thing of butter
on it. Yeah, and so you just have to mix it up and all that. And it's just, I mean, that's kind of just what it tasted like. It was buttery. The chicken was super crispy and shit, and the ramen, oh, it was delicious.
Yeah, like when you told me like, oh, I got fried chicken, I was like, what do you mean fried chicken? What does that even mean?
Mm-hmm. It just and it
so
didn't like it didn't lose its crunchiness at all when like in the soup and all that.
No way.
Just, it was great.
Wow.
Yeah, and then in Kyoto we went to another ramen place, and that one it was like when I was looking at the restaurants, I just want something with like a lot of meat, and so like I'm looking at one, they had like 2 or 3 different types of meats or something, and that one delicious. Not as good as the first one that we tried, but like it was still fucking delicious. The meats, I can't remember what I got. I know it was some kind of beef and all that. And it came with like a yolk on it, but it was orange, and I was like, what the fuck? And I can remember.
Oh no, that was a rice, wasn't it?
No,
your rice came with the yolk.
No, it was the ramen that came with the yolk, I think, wasn't it?
No, because you had the ramen bowl, and then you had a rice bowl, and the rice bowl had like a golden yolk on top, like a yellowish, yeah. And you're like, what the fuck is this? And I was like, no, you have to mix it. And then you mix it, and you're like, what the fuck? And I was like, no, eat it. And then you ate it, and you're this is fucking fire.
Yeah. No,
And
the
I was
rice
just
bowl.
like, my mouth was like watering. I was like, can I try it?
Yeah, no, the rice bowl. It was it had meat in it
Yeah, the
too.
rice bowl. Yes.
Yeah, I don't know. It was like some kind of like teriyaki beef or something like that. But yeah, I had that with the ramen, and fuck, did I get full? You get full with what they give you
Oh
though
yeah,
too.
you
Holy
do.
shit!
Yeah.
I thought that was great.
That's why they're so healthy. Cause like all they eat is like broth and ramen and just fish. Like they eat healthy, dude.
Yeah, for
That's
sure.
what that's what you like 80-year-olds are like fucking 50-year-olds over there.
Mm-hmm.
Like what's his name? Kojima? Do you know what that is?
Yeah.
What's his age?
Hmm?
How old is he?
Oh,
Take a guess.
86.
Oh no. He's 60, but he looks like 40.
Or 60,
Yeah.
really? Okay.
Yeah.
Wow. Damn.
Because they eat healthy over there. That's the thing. It's like that's why like when we go to like shops and they're like, that's what when we went to the Nintendo shop, Susan was like go get something. I was no like I don't really like see anything.
Mm-hmm.
And she's like, what about the shirts? Like, no, I really want a shirt. And she's like, go get something. Like, no, babe, I can't. Like, I will never fit in that fucking shirt.
Yeah, I mean, we'll get to the stores, but yeah, the food there was great.
So
Um,
bad.
and then I had tempura at some point. Fucking delicious. It was just like a little crispy like big piece of shrimp and all that, and then there was like some fish on the side too.
Is that your first time trying tempura?
Yeah, for sure.
No, wait. You never had it like here?
No.
Just like tempura shrimp or whatever? Oh,
Mm,
wow. Don't even
yeah.
try her. Don't try it.
Probably not the best time. But yeah, and then what did Alec get? She got like some kind of like egg,
Oh, yeah. Because me and her are not big fans of
fish.
the fish. So we both got we got rice and we got like the egg. Just the way that they make their egg.
Mm-hmm. I don't know how to explain it.
God,
Like
it tastes
think
so
of like an omelet, but like shaped in a square.
in a square, yeah.
Yeah,
Or a
it's
rectangle, whatever. Oh, it's so good.
yeah, rectangle.
Oh, and second of all, the tea in Japan, oh my god. Hands down, amazing. I don't know how you and your sister fucking hated it.
I don't know. I don't like tea, and I try.
I don't
really
like
did
tea.
try it.
I don't like tea either, but it was so fucking good. I tried it and I was like, holy shit, this is like, oh, it's so delicious. Honestly, it was so good.
Mm-hmm. I also tried grilled squid. That was good.
Yeah, I tried it too, and that's when I was like, yeah, it tastes like seafood.
Pues,
Yeah, to me.
but
Susan loved it. She was like, oh, fuck yeah.
that's good. And then yeah, everything else was just 7-Eleven. We also got some McDonald's.
Oh, McDonald's.
It was good. It was good.
It was really good. The fries needs more salt.
I can't remember.
But that's just us to like.
Mm-hmm.
No, what we needed was ketchup. That's what it was.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, we never got ketchup, so that's what it was.
Mm-hmm.
Until the second time. But yeah, I liked it.
Yeah, it was good.
The one time that we actually wanted to try Carl's, they were closed.
Oh yeah, that sucked.
We're like, God damn it. That's fine.
And
But,
we went to a Denny's too.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
Dude,
that was like a third day, I think.
Yeah, that one.
My coworker got so mad at me
Mm.
because I sent him the pictures like, oh, like the American me can't leave, even if when I'm in Japan and all that shit. And then he's like, of all fucking places to go eat breakfast, at Denny's? Are you fucking kidding me?
Yeah.
And I was like, well, yeah, bro, I'm hungry.
Mm-hmm.
It was good.
No,
I mean, it's Denny's, I guess.
Yeah, but I mean, that was when we really noticed, like, oh wow, their portion sizes are like pretty small. Like,
yeah.
holy shit.
I mean, I don't know about you because I know you eat a lot, and it's not just because you just do eat a lot. That's the thing.
Yeah.
But like, with me, I was like, well, I'm not full, but I'm not hungry, so I'm okay with it.
Mm-hmm.
But like with you, it's like, I know you're like your mom or dad. I mean, your mom or sister just like, here, eat this, finish it for me, and you're just like, oh fuck yeah, you love to eat. So I was like,
Yeah. So yeah, for me it was like a bit of a struggle, especially because I'm looking around too. Like I want to try more stuff, but then at the same time, I'm like, I don't know if it's gonna be any good. So
Yeah.
like, don't be like us. Like, just kind of take a chance and really
Just
try what you
explore,
can.
honestly.
Yeah, just explore.
But then again, with us, it's always like the only time we actually did go eat was like when we're out exploring, and then the only time we got McDonald's or like 7-Eleven was because we got back super late.
Mm-hmm.
Not super late, but it's like we'll be back by like 11 to like the Airbnb, and it's like, do we really want to wait in a restaurant? And like where we were staying is like the restaurants there, like I think there was only like 1 or 2 open.
Yeah.
At night, so it's like we're pretty much just stuck. I mean, I'm not complaining, but we're stuck with like 7-Eleven or McDonald's.
Mm-hmm.
But whatever.
I mean, like I'll still praise 7-Eleven though. Like we got some good shit over there.
And that wasn't even. I feel like that was like the ghetto 7-Eleven too. But damn, dude, it was so good. Like that pizza bread, oh, so
good. Pizza bread, pizza bun, just the like, butter.
The one bag with the breads.
Yeah.
They felt like croissants. Oh, so delicious. Oh, they were so amazing, dude. They were
and then we got. I got a bunch of sandwiches, just regular. There was like regular ham and cheese sandwiches. Yeah. But there was also what was it? It was like
chicken. It was like chicken cutlet. That's what it was.
Chicken cutlet, and also like a chicken teriyaki egg sandwich or something like that. Fucking delicious! Oh my god.
It was that, and I think they had like a beef cutlet too. But I was like, oh my god, that chicken cutlet.
The best one.
That's the one that was like, oh shit, and it fucking sucked because it's not there every day.
Yeah,
it was like you have to like press your luck, and I was like, no.
I mean, what else? You guys got some like hot dogs?
Chips? Hot dogs? Oh, I got the hot. I didn't eat it.
Oh, okay.
I did get it, but I threw it away because it's like after the plane and all that. I was like, nah, I'm not even gonna bother with it. But the chips were like whatever. I think like the chips were like my least favorite thing. There were some that were pretty good, but like not that good. And then the beer.
Oh yeah, that was that.
You guys know it. I liked it. Yeah. It tasted like malt liquor here, but I was like, what the fuck, malt liquor? But not bad. I liked it. I wish I could bring like a whole 6-pack over here, but didn't want to risk it. Yeah.
I mean, is that all for food? Yeah, it was just.
I think so. It was just 7-Eleven, ramen, and just snacks here and there. I was trying to look for like Kit Kats, like different, like banana flavored Kit Kats that we see online and all that. Never saw any.
I mean, there was some in that like
that one store that we went to just go look around.
Yeah,
we were in the town. Yeah.
We got like what was it? It was like a cheesecake flavor Kit Kat. I think it was like that. It was really, really good. Actually, I tried this like mints from this Pokeball that we got in the Pokemon store. I tried those. It tastes like gum though. I mean,
okay.
Yeah, but it's still good.
That's good.
That's really the only snacks right there. But yeah, I mean, still though, like I said, really explore the food there. It is.
Yeah.
I really do feel like if you just take a chance on one, you'll probably just get a good experience and all that. Oh, we tried pizza there too.
Yes, we did. And give you 1 second.
Yeah. Yeah, we tried pizza and it was good. It was fine. That was the one restaurant though where we were really confused as to like how we're gonna order because I don't think it was English at all. So
it wasn't English, but it was more of a, I mean, how I said before, it was like you don't really need to know to like Japanese over there because like they kind of do know certain words.
Yeah.
So like I remember like when we went to like the pizza place and we're like, how big is it? And like, oh, like this big, and we're like looking at each other. Okay, let's get like 2 of them. Like 2 and 2.
Yeah.
And then we thought we ordered like chicken wings, right? Or like not chicken, like
chicken and fries.
Chicken and fries. Yeah, we thought we ordered chicken and fries, and we didn't.
Yeah.
Like, but the French fries were good.
Yeah, the food was really good. All the food was great. I had zero complaints about it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. What's next?
Tell me, man. It's like it was a pizza and all that. I feel like we're just going over all the place.
Yeah.
Okay.
for sure.
Fuck it. So we did that. We went to that. We went to like different places. So let's talk about Akibara.
Akibara. What was that?
That's with the slots machines. Not
The
the
slot
slots
machine?
machines, but like the La Maquinitas. I don't know what the fuck they call them.
The arcades.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. There.
Oh, okay. Oh my fucking god. Okay.
Look, if you guys want to have fun in Japan, take an extra $3,000 just for Akibara by itself.
Dude.
I'm just telling you this right
For
now.
for real. Like, okay,
Dude,
so
I had so if we didn't go there and I didn't know how much fun we were gonna have, I would have came back with at least like $800
yeah.
because the last
Probably.
day we went to Akibara twice. The first time we went, just we had fun. Okay, a slot machine, not slot machines, but like arcade machines. We like climbed the tower, just one street, whatever. And then we went back again.
Mm-hmm.
The last night the last day we were there in Tokyo. Let's go to Akibara. If we didn't go, I would have came back with $800. What I did come back with was like $150. So I spent like $700, dude.
Dude, yeah. Like I said, everything there is super super cheap, and like
It's
like
cheap
it
as
only
hell.
took $1,000 and it's like a shit ton of yen. Um and I must have had, even after the arcades, I still had like maybe 800 yen left or something. I still have it too, actually. um
I'm all jealous.
yeah, and it's so, I don't know when was it. I think I might have spent maybe, yeah, like about almost 1,000 yen just on the arcade
Yes,
machines. Like,
dude.
if you have a lot of money left over, go to
A thousand
those.
yen my ass, dude. Oh, we spent way more than
Hmm.
that.
Probably, I can't remember how much it was exactly, but like,
It was bad. It was bad.
chances are you're gonna have a lot of money left, and if you do, go to the arcade machines. They were fucking fun. Okay.
Yeah. Even like I mean you're losing the whole time and it's like if you have a gambling addiction, don't do it.
Probably.
Which I do. But it's like I'm there. I had the money to like spend. But
Yeah.
it's like fuck, dude, it's just so fun. And then once you get the hang of it, it's like, oh, okay, cool. I get this, I get that. You get the prizes.
Yeah.
And it's not
Mhm.
like here, like, oh, like tough luck. And it's like if uh if a worker sees you struggle, they'll give you hints. Like
Yeah.
they'll tell you like, oh, like like, hey, try this, and they'll reposition like the prize for you to like actually give you a chance to win it because it's like
Yeah.
whatever.
That's
Dude,
how.
I saw a fucking little girl, like she looked like fucking less than 9 years old with a whole bag of prizes, and I asked the
Yeah.
mom, did she win all of this? Yes, she did. And I was like, what the fuck, dude? I can't win shit.
Yeah.
I was like, god damn.
Mm-hmm.
You just
So,
gotta know the game. Honestly,
for
not the
sure.
game, but like you just gotta know how to do the whole thing, like the claw machine, because it's crazy over there,
Mm-hmm.
and it's oh my god, we spent so much money there.
Oh, for sure. And I did win a few things. Like you mentioned, after a while, the workers do help you like to reposition it. That's how
Mm-hmm.
I won my little statue of, oh fuck, I can't remember his name. It's a character from My Hero Academia.
Yeah.
Um, the guy with the red wings. If you know what I'm talking about, you know
Mm-hmm.
who it is. I got that figure. I got a Wario cart thing, like a Mario Kart, but it's Wario character and all. That's what I
No
won.
way. I didn't
Yeah,
see
I
that.
showed you. Remember? It
Oh,
was like it
sure.
was in one of those like it was the tiny machines. When you remember, it's like a little tiny claw.
Oh yeah, yeah. Oh, those
Yeah.
are cool. Fuck those.
That one actually was like really easy to win. It was way easier than the
Yeah,
other
for
ones.
you, I guess.
Mhm. But you though, you actually did win a statue in one of the machines. Remember the one that you get to your brother Angel?
You won that, didn't you?
No,
Oh
you
no,
won
you
it.
did. You did all the work, and I did the last one.
Yeah, you did like the
Yeah.
last couple ones, and dude, when you won that, holy shit, we freaked out.
Dude,
Just-
no, because that was the last thing. That was the last one we ever did. We're like, no,
Mhm.
let's get the fuck out of here.
yes,
I remember that. Yeah, because
dude.
no, because okay, so like we wholly like skipped Thursday, which was the ones with your friends, but
We can get back to that.
yeah, no, I'll just do it right now. So context for like that last day. So like the second to the last day, me and my wife, we had like a really horrible fucking day, just because we're in Japan. We left our dogs we left them with my parents. Our smallest dog His name's Chopper, aka after 2020 Chopper. If you guys don't know, he's a character from One Piece. He ran away. He ended up running away, and they texted us. Well, my parents didn't text us. My brother texted us. He's like, "Hey, Chopper ran away." I was like, "What the fuck are you talking about?" And then sure enough, texted my parents. Yeah, he's gone. And we're like, "Oh shit, well, go look for him. What the fuck?" And so they're looking, and this was like in USA time. This was maybe like 4 or 5 p.m. Over there, it was like 12, I think, or 11, right? So our whole day just began. Sure enough, they can't find him, and then they're separating. They can't find him. My brother joins them, whatever, and it turns out my little brother that doesn't live here in the town I live. He lives about like 40 to an hour minutes away. Comes down. He's like, "Oh, I have to go help." And then he's the one. He's like, "Oh, well, I'm gonna stay here all night just looking for him because you guys are gone." And we're just in a bad mood. Me and my wife, and I felt so bad for your friends, dude. Like I was like, dude, like I'm so sorry, like that we're like not in a bitchy mood, but like in a bad mood.
Yeah.
And so, what's it called? And we're doing that, and then they're touring us like, "Oh, here's the mall and all this stuff." And me and my wife were just like, dude, like we didn't want to be here. Like we don't want to be here? Like we want to be home. Like we want to be home, just looking for our dog. And there's a tracker that we have on him, but it doesn't work because it only works on my wife's phone. It's like so dumb as hell. And so then, what's it called? It was like, your friends left. They they left, and we're like, "Oh, nice to meet you, bye." And then me and Sarah were like, "Nah, dude, like what the fuck?" Like we're both like, just, dude, we're crying at like the shopping mall. We're like, when we're like getting at the store, we're crying. And she's like, "No, I'm gonna go to the bathroom." And I was like, "Okay, let's go." And I'm just like checking my phone every day, like every like second, just like updates, like what's going on. And then we're about to go back to you guys, and we go back to you guys, and then we get the Wi-Fi again, and well, she's breaking down already, and I'm just like, well, fuck, I was like, I'm breaking down too. And I just get a Snapchat phone call from my brother, and I was like, "Hello?" And he just goes, "We got him." All badass and shit, we got him. And I was like, "You motherfucker." I was like, "You fucking kidding me?" No, we got him. No, dude, because they went fucking everywhere. They went so, like, around my parents' house, they went everywhere. And he said, "We got him. He was under a car." And I was like, "Are you fucking kidding me?" Nah, he was right there. We got him. I was like, "Dude, I'm about to cry. But hold on, Susan wants to talk to you." And I just look at Susan, and I look at Susan, she's like, "What?" And they're like in a movie, they got him. So I just passed her the phone, and she's like, "Thank you so much." And we're both like, "Oh my god!" Like I was like, finally we can enjoy our day. And so then that's why, like, when we got that fucking I wanted to keep that fucking thing, the figure, the Yu Yu Hakusho, but that's one of his favorite animes. And that's how I kept trying that one. I was like, "No, I have to fucking win this." Because that's one of his favorite ones too, and like that's like the main character. So I was like, I have to win this shit. And when that happened, I was like, "Oh, thank God!" I was like, "Yes!" Yeah, and then I got all pissed off because I was like, I spent more money on this shit than it cost.
Yeah, for sure. Literally everything that we got in those arcade machines, we could have gone to a different store and bought it for a whole lot more cheaper.
That's what I did with Susan's One Piece figure.
Oh, okay.
Because I was just like, okay, I'm just gonna buy it. Because it's like, what's the point of fucking keep trying? If I can buy just like like $40 instead of like $100.
Yeah. But yeah, no, dude, when you won that though, fuck it, we all almost like dropped to the floor, like, "Oh,
dude, I know, because you did all the work." No, I was so relieved, dude, and it was fucking crazy, man. It's just like it's crazy because I couldn't win shit, like. The whole time we were there, like, every time we got one of those, I couldn't win anything. I think like the first one I won was like the Kirby, and Susan was like, "I want that Kirby because it was like the zodiac sign for our daughter that's gonna be born soon." And she was like, I was like, "Why do you want that one?" She's like, "How do you not know?" I was like, "I don't know about zodiac signs." So then it was when we were at the cafe, or like before we got to the cafe for the
Capcom Cafe.
Yes, before we got to the Capcom Cafe, your sister was asking like questions like, oh, like is there like a wait time or whatever? And I was like, oh, I'm just gonna go try doing something real quick. And I ended up winning it, and I put it on there. I was like, oh shit, I won it! What the fuck? I was shocked, and I had to put it because she had a one, and then she put it on the backpack that I was carrying, and then I put that one next to it, and I was like, oh, I'm just gonna tell her that I won it like whenever she sees it, and then she never saw it. And so I don't think she saw it until like I took it off. She's like, oh my god, you won it! I was like, yeah, like I did win it. Like, you know, like there you go. That's Zelda's. But yeah, and when we went when we went back to Akibara, I was trying to win like a. Do you know what Shinshan is?
No.
It's like a little old anime, or it's so stupid as fuck. You should watch it. It's like if you want to have like a good go for it's like 15-minute episodes. They're so stupid. We're trying to win like a Shinshan figure because we both love Shinshan. And it was like probably like imagine like a Pikachu size, probably like this big. And I was like, oh, let's win it. And then I was so fucking close, man. I can't get it. But before that, I got the Pichu.
Oh, okay.
In one try.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So I was like, oh, fuck yeah. And I was like, oh. So I felt all badass, you know, like, oh, I got this in one try. Let me get that Shinshan figure for you. And then I was just like, yeah, no, fuck this. But yeah, and then when it came into like that figure, the Yu Yu Hakusho, I was like, I told her, I need to get this one. I need to fucking get this one. This is for Angel. He got my dog. He found the dog, right? So I was like, he found the damn dog. He needs to get this. And it was like, oh, I spent so much money, and then you were like, and then you had just one something. I was like, hey, dude, try it on this one. And then you got closer, and then oh, thank God.
Yeah.
And then like when I told him, I was like, when we got back the next Sunday, I was like, oh, Angel, you know, thanks for finding Chopper. So here you go. And I just pulled it out of the backpack that I bought over there. Boom! Put it on the table. He's like, shut the fuck up! He's like, what the fuck is that? And I was like, that's all for you, man. That's what you get for finding Chopper. Whoa, shit! And then my older brother was there. What the fuck do I get? And I was like, well, you didn't find him, but here you go. You get this. And it was like some crappy ass shit. But I was like, oh, dude. I was like, fuck, I want to keep that. But yeah, you know, gambling.
Yeah. I mean, it's still so much fun. Holy shit.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. It's fun.
Yeah.
I mean, and then we play those video games, remember?
Oh, yeah.
So we sucked ass.
Dude, it was all in Japanese, so we were kind of like, is this the start? Like, I don't know. There was so many buttons
get it.
to
Yeah.
it.
Also, like, even you can use like the arcade buttons, but there's a control attached to it, so you can use that too. I tried both. Didn't know what the fuck I was doing, man.
Same. Yeah, for sure. But dude, those people that were playing them though, holy shit, were they pros? There was a game for people listening, like you just
the
sort of like
mashing?
It's like there's like the circle right in front of them, and you're supposed to hit all the buttons that are like all around it, you know? And
yeah,
you
just so it's a circle with just buttons around them, and it's like a music game, and it just makes, oh my god, it's great. It like imagine like Guitar Hero, but like a circle around you, and it's like 10 times faster.
Oh yeah, for sure. And these dudes,
and it's great, dude. They have their own gloves, and they have. Remember that guy that was like sweating so much in DDR?
He had like his own towel too. Like he was getting ready and shit to like beat the high score or something.
Shit, dude.
Yeah, it was insane.
Jealous.
But yeah, I for sure leave those arcades for like the last day, maybe at least, just because
last 2 days.
They're addicting as fuck.
They are, dude.
You're literally like, okay, how do I do this? Okay, whatever. You do it a couple of times, and then you see it like it's right there. I can get it. I know I can. Just now you're putting in like 600 yen on it and shit. Oh my god.
It's a lot, man. It's crazy.
Yeah, for sure.
And it's like, oh, like only like 6 yen. No, not bad. It adds up. It does add up.
It adds up for sure. One of the prizes I tried to get was it was like a pillow, but it was the the shells, the turtle shells from Mario.
Yeah,
From the
we
Mario
can't get
games,
them. Yeah.
dude. Literally, like it's it it's almost it's a perfect
It's
circle.
there. It's there. Yeah.
It's kind of like a disc shape and all that, and it fits perfectly well in the claw, and so when it goes up, and then when it stops, it gets on the top, it moves the shell, and it just falls right off, and you're kind of like,
You know what's so
this is
funny? Like
bullshit.
when we were there, I saw you give up, and I was like, oh, it's so close to it. Yeah, fuck it, I'm gonna try it. I'll get it. I'm gonna piss them off if I get it. Couldn't
Yeah.
fucking get it, dude.
No, you can't.
It's so
And then
hard.
there's moments though where it is right at the edge of like where you have to like where it drops it
Yeah.
off. And at one point I lift it up and and it drops and it goes on the other side of the machine, like away from
Oh yeah,
the drop.
it
And
bounces off. Yeah.
are you kidding me? It's yeah.
So what I saw is like what I learned is like you have to get it at an angle to like kind of move it closer to it, because it's like when it goes up, it like imagine like if it hits the ceiling and the claws open up and it just falls down again. So you have to kind of get it at a certain angle. So if you want to get it to go to the right, you have to pick it close it. You have to pick it. You have to drop the claw to the right. It's weird. I understood it, but I couldn't get it.
No, I mean,
was
it's probably confusing for people listening, but like once you do it like a couple of times, like really do pay attention, and then you can get it. I also like look it
You
up
understand
too. I'm
it,
sure
yeah.
you can find. Yeah, and I
But
mean,
it's like
that's one thing though too is like there is a way to win this. Like it's not just like it's not a hack or anything. Like any other place. You can. It is possible to win it. But yeah. Actually, I forgot to mention one restaurant that we didn't go to, and it was the one that my friends took us to.
Japanese
Barbecue, basically.
barbecue.
Yeah.
Kind of similar to Korean barbecue.
Yeah. I mean, just to quickly explain, but like we knew people that lived in Japan. They did like my grandma from my dad's side, I think it was. She took in she signed up for like the to take in foreign exchange students, and so the two people that we met, they were sisters. So one of them came as a foreign exchange student for a bit, and she loved it. She loved being there. She loved my family and all that, and she practically became part of the family. And so she came back 2 more times, and the second time she took her sister, and again they both just had like a great time. And like I said, they basically became part of the family. We saw them from time to time, some birthday parties, I think maybe some holidays. And so when we planned for this trip, we texted them right away and said like, "Hey, we're going. We'd love to meet you guys." And yeah, we did. We met them like at a train station and all that, and we just caught up with everything, and it was really really fun. I know you and Susan were stressing out and all that, but I mean,
no, it was fun in the beginning, and it just went downhill for us.
Yeah.
No, not with us, with them, but it was just like, oh shit, our fucking dogs lost. They were lost for fucking what, hours?
Yeah,
oh,
for sure. I mean,
but
that sucks a lot. But I mean, me and my sister though, we were definitely catching up with them, just saying like, yeah, these people like we're just saying like, yeah, these people, they're well, showing the pictures of how everyone looked now and all that. And they're just like, oh my gosh, look at them and all.
They'll be like, when they're talking to us, like they'll be mentioning your cousin, like, oh, go Vidi, and I'm just like, oh shit, like what the fuck? Like, oh, she actually knows the whole family.
Yeah, for sure. They were naming everyone too, and even I was surprised. Like, yeah, you know everyone. Cool.
You just remember.
And
they were so sweet. I love them. Yeah, they're cool.
My mom, before we went for a trip, she bought snacks for them. There's like stuff from Mexico and all that. Dude, I think it was the girls' names were Momoko and Kanako. I think it was Momoko who was like super excited with the roofless. She saw the bag. It's just like,
no, you know what's so funny? It's like I think like when we landed here, like one of the first 2 days, I think it was your sister. She put like the snacks in the in the room that me and Susan were staying at, and she's like, these are snacks from my mom. And I was like looking at the bag, I was like, oh, like my favorite chips are roofless, like from Mexico. And I was like, oh, And she's like, no, they're not for you guys. Like, you guys can't eat these. And I was like, what the fuck, dude?
Mm.
And she's no, like they're for our friends here. Like my mom sent these in, and I was like, well, they're not gonna know if like a bag is missing, right? And she's like, no. And I was like, yeah, whatever, dude.
Mm.
I was like, I guess. I was all mad. And you know what's so funny?
Mm-hmm.
Like Susan was in the room, but I guess she didn't hear.
Yeah.
So like later on, she like 2 days later, she goes, "Oh, like we have a bag of snacks." I was like, "No, you can't eat those." She was like, "What do you mean?" Like I was like, their mom brought them for like their friends," and she's like, "Well, why didn't they say anything?" And I was like, "No, they did like 2 days ago." And she's like, "Oh, was it in here?" And I was like, "You were, but I guess there aren't." I was like, "Oh, thank God."
Yeah, she could have been one in any time. That was funny. And yeah, we were just, I mean, yeah, just we were just all catching up. It was really fun.
Yeah.
And then we did start talking about food and all that, and they were like, no Mexican place here is as good as over there.
Oh yes, that because we mentioned like what was that Mexican place that we found over there?
Oh, I can't remember what it was called, but like yeah,
It was like imagine like Humberto's or whatever, like
Mhm.
like something Beto's tacos. And I was like looking at the menu, I was like, that doesn't look Mexican, but like, hey, Mexican food, let's do it. And then I remember like they were like, no, don't do it. It's not good.
Yeah.
We're like, oh, okay.
Yeah, or like they were like, no food is as spicy as the one over there, and like they haven't tried spicy food in a long time. They haven't tried like they really miss fish tacos. That's what they miss the most.
Yeah, that's just yeah. I remember them saying about that, and then she was talking about like spicy stuff, and then I remember telling them like, yeah, like we were looking for like spicy chips. And we can't find any like spicy chips. That's crazy.
Yeah. But yeah, they took us to a Japanese barbecue. Basically, like you can grill your food like right in the middle of the table and all that. And it was fucking delicious. We had like
it was good.
You just get like a bowl of rice, and all that.
Bowl of rice. Well, they were asking like, "Oh, do you guys want lettuce?" We're like, "What?"
Yeah, just lettuce. And yeah, it was good. And then we told this to our mom, but like we told her when we had to pay, we were like, no, like we'll pay and all that, and they go, no, it's like for all the times that you guys took care of us, your family took care of us, like let us do this. And I remember we told it to our mom, she almost started to cry, like oh. Like she's so yeah.
When they said that, I was like, are you sure? Like how expensive is this? I was like, oh, I have money.
Yeah, we have money. Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was really, really nice. I definitely like if I go back, we definitely gotta meet up with them again too.
Oh hell yeah, dude! They're so cool.
Yeah. Yeah, I think that was most of the fun stuff. Everything else, we kind of went to like a bunch of stores. The first one that we went to was the Pokemon store and the Nintendo store. But it was mainly just
so cool.
It was mainly just a bunch of Pokemon stores that we went to for sure. Dude, the things that I bought in the Pokemon store, there's like the whole walls is lined up with just every Pokemon that they have. God, just like these tiny plushies, like the size of my hand. Literally, they're the size of my hand. You can get any Pokemon that you want, really.
Dude, the fucking variety that they have there is fucking insane.
Yeah.
Because over here it's like, I mean, we don't have that shit, so we have to like pretty much get that shit online.
Yeah.
And it's like in the PokemonCenter.com, it's like, okay, cool, whatever. But over there it's like, here's first gen, here's second gen, here's third gen, fourth gen. And it's like, I mean, they don't cover a lot of them, but it's like, to me, it's like, that's a lot.
Yeah.
It's like, holy shit, dude.
I got a Sandshrew. I don't know why. I'm just like really addicted to this Pokemon. I love it. I love the design of it. I also got a Hexorus, Horsey.
No, the Horsey, yeah.
Yeah, and I can't remember the name. It's one of the 3 legendaries in the 5th gen, the black and white version. Yeah, you can't remember. I also bought like a big plushie of Turtwig. It was I know. As soon as I saw it, I was like, I gotta get you.
Yeah, whenever I go over there, like, don't be surprised it's gone.
Yeah, and I mean, and also my favorite thing though are the Pokeballs that we got. that I got. The ones that
Well,
the
okay. I'll ask you this right now. Did you get the surprise Pokeballs?
I got one of them.
What'd you get?
You're talking about the one.
Yeah,
You're
like the
talking
one
about
that
the
was
ones
like
like in the box.
with the plushie
It's
inside of it. No. What you didn't get the one with like it's a Pokeball and it's like a different generation or whatever. They were like in the box.
oh,
And
okay.
it's like you get it, and it's like, oh, you can get a Pikachu or like a whatever. You
Oh,
ain't get one of
okay.
those.
No,
But
I
it comes
didn't.
to the plushie instead of it. Oh, okay. Yeah, me and Susie got one, and it was there were different like not generations, but like different um sets.
Okay.
We both got Pikachu.
Oh, that
I was
sucks.
so mad. I was like, "Are you fucking
Mhm.
kidding me?" So
Mhm.
we just have we have the Pokeballs in front of the TV right now. But
Ah, okay.
yes, so this is what I want to ask you: what the fuck did you get in those fucking cases? That one case that you got.
Yeah, no, it was just all these figurines. Basically, it's like it's plastic Pokeball, and then you get these figurines that kind of makes it look like I don't know how to explain it. Like
It's like a see-through environment, but not really.
yeah, see through environment
Yeah.
and all that for sure. And one that I'm holding right now is of Latios kind of flying
Oh, you
over.
got it?
Yeah, I got this one. I got
No
like the whole
shit. That's
set
the
of
one you
it.
wanted, right?
Yeah, yeah. I got the
Uh-huh.
whole set. So there's like three different sets, and you can either get like the whole set, which is like 6 Pokeballs,
Mhm.
or you can get a single one, but you don't know which one it's gonna be until you
Yeah.
open it. I got one of those, and it was a
You got the
bear.
one that you didn't want.
Yeah, it was. I was really like, okay, as long as it's not the bear, I'm fine.
Yeah, the very one. Yeah.
But I got the
I
fucking
remember
bear.
because I got it with you too. I was like, "Oh, I'll get one too," and you were like, "Oh, it's a fucking bear." I was like, "Oh shit, my bad."
Yeah, it's fine. And then I was like, okay, I'm just gonna get the whole set because again, we got by that point, it was towards the end of our trip, and I just went, okay, whatever Pokemon store we find, I'm just gonna get the whole set. And yeah, I got it, and it was one that has like Latios, Mudkip, Snivy, and
Wait, so the
Pikachu.
whole set was like the box that you bought was like the whole set?
Yeah,
It's not
just
random.
no, it's not random. No,
Shut the fuck up.
yeah, but like I
I
said
would
though,
have
there's
fucking
like,
bought that shit. Because I
um,
thought you were getting like a box set of like random ones.
no.
Oh my god.
Yeah, yeah. But I mean, like I said though, there's like three different sets, and like I got one that like I can't remember what
Yeah.
they're called, and then there was another one though that like I really really wanted, but it wasn't in the store that I was on. But I was still like, okay, fuck it, I'm still getting these though because I really like the ones that are there. So
Mm-hmm.
yeah, that's just what I got.
Fuck.
um,
I knew I should have bought the fucking box.
I mean, yeah, I mean, and then we went to the Nintendo store. I didn't buy anything there,
Yeah,
sadly.
same here.
Just
Um,
I nothing grabbed my
nothing caught my
attention.
interest. Yeah,
Hmm.
same here. Yeah.
And like we said though, we couldn't really buy clothes because they didn't have our size. So,
Yeah. I like the shirts a lot, but I was like, I'm
mhm.
not gonna fucking bother asking him to have a like an extra large.
Yeah, so that sucked. But oh, well. I still bought a bunch of stuff though. The Pokemon
Yeah.
store was
Either
like
way,
enough for me to like be
yeah. Like
satisfied.
honestly, to me, just going to the store and just seeing the Mewtwo or like just like the giant shit that they had there.
Mm-hmm. Perfectly fine.
That's it, man. Yeah, that's it.
Mm-hmm. One of my favorite things though that I bought is the 3D art of a Whisper of the Heart, which is a Studio Ghibli movie.
Yeah.
One my favorite movie of any Studio Ghibli one, and it is just absolutely beautiful. You actually, yeah, I didn't know this. I thought it kind of well, I knew I had to like assemble it myself, but I didn't know how complicated it was gonna be. So the piece of paper that comes in, you can there's some big pieces that you can tear apart really easily, but then there are these like very fucking tiny pieces where like you'll get like the see the character's hand, and I literally needed like a like either some like tweezers or something, or like a little
Yeah.
I don't know, scalpel or something to like move it
Mhm.
around in the right spot and all that. It was so fucking hard, but I loved making it, and like I said, the end results it's fucking beautiful. Um, and so yeah, that's my favorite. These are one of my favorite ones. What else did I buy? And I got my figurine. Oh, I still got a Lucario plushie. That was great.
Oh yeah. I'm so sorry. You
Hmm.
did, huh? I forgot
Yeah,
about
yeah,
that.
it was good. Um, uh,
I love
yeah,
how you're like. I love how you're like looking around your room. What
I
else did I
know.
get?
It's just I'm trying to remember. Oh, I also got another like piece of 3D art, but it was just of one of the places that we went to. What was it called? Does it say here? No, it doesn't. Oh well, it was where the place where we got the tempura at. Um, I can't remember the name.
Yeah, it's over there.
Yeah. Yeah. What did you buy?
Well, I bought the backpack.
Yeah.
I fucking love that backpack. I use it every day. Not every day,
Eh?
but like every time I like go play Magic, I'm like, I'm gonna
Okay.
take my backpack, and I have
Yeah.
like the little before we before you go before we went to go eat the shrimp tempura,
Mm-hmm.
the one place where we tried the egg, me and your sister.
Yeah.
Yeah. Do you remember the little maquinitas, like the little? Oh, just sorry. Hold on.
Mm-hmm.
But I have the backpack. I love it so much.
Oh yeah, yeah. We got like a little machine thing. I still have mine too. I don't.
Yeah.
I never knew what mine was though. It just looks like a building.
I think it's the building, like the temple that was there.
Yeah, probably.
If anything, yeah,
Mm-hmm.
mine's. It's just this one. Yeah, I saw it. Mine's the temple that's there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so I got the phone was there, and I just kept it on the backpack just because I bought it there. So
Mm-hmm.
to me, it's like okay, cool. Um, that and honestly, I didn't really buy myself anything. Um, it was just the backpack. I think the backpack was like the first time I was like, oh shit, I'm gonna buy myself something. Like it looks fucking cool,
Mm-hmm.
and it's a backpack. And I bought that, and I think that was it.
Yeah, yeah. Didn't you buy
Yeah.
magic cards?
Oh yeah, I don't like to talk about that though. Oh my god. Okay, let me tell you this right now. Okay, yeah, I did buy like $100 worth of magic cards over there, but whatever. Like the first thing that I bought there was like the backpack. So I never really spent money on myself, so I spent all the money on the magic cards. Amazing, I love it.
Mm-hmm.
So let me tell you a fucking a funny ass. I don't know if I said it before. Did I tell you about the newspaper that I bought over there for my dad?
Um, I can't remember why you got it though. I know you got one though.
Okay, so my dad, whenever someone that he knows goes somewhere else that's not here in the States, whatever, he's like, "Oh, just bring me back a newspaper." So I was like, "Okay, cool." So then when we went to Japan, he's like, "Bring me back a newspaper," and I was like, "Yeah, I got you." So for the longest time in Japan, I was like, "What the fuck is a newspaper?" I remember. I don't know if you remember like me saying that shit, but eventually the 7-Eleven that we go to has a newspaper. So I was like, "Oh, okay, cool." It was like we got back from somewhere, and I was like, "Oh, I'm just gonna go get the newspaper," and then I'm looking at it, and it's like two different sheets, right? One baseball, one like it was like the front cover was like baseball, and then a different newspaper was like business attire. I was like, I'll just get him two. So I got him two. So I got him the two, took him back to the Airbnb, put him in the luggage. I don't want it to get wrinkled.
Mm-hmm.
Got back here, right? How like when we got back, it was like a busy ass day, and we
Yeah.
go back Saturday night. You guys, for some dumbass reason, left that same day, and I'm just like, okay, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
The next day, I woke up super early to go do laundry at my mom's, like whatever we took. And we were there, and my dad got off of work, and I was like, "Oh, Dad, here." And then he's like, "What?" And I was like, "Oh, I got you the newspaper." He's like, "Oh, you got me a newspaper from Japan." He's like, "Yeah." I was like, "Yeah, go for it. Just go through it, and he's being all dumb. He's like, oh, like it says that like there was like a like like a killing when you were there. Just being all dumb, pretending to read. And so this was like 10 a.m. And so like he's like, oh, you're here, your brother's here, and then your other brother's here. Like this, let's make food. So he's like, I bought meat. Let's make carne asada. I was like, yeah, for sure. And it was like 9 or 10 p.m. And he goes up to me. He's like, hey, did you see the newspaper? I was like, which one? He's like, the one that you got me. He's like, no, I just put in the luggage and that's it. And he goes, oh, look at it. And I was like, why? Just look at it. And I was like, Dad, like I can't read it. No, I know. Just look at it. So I open it up, and he goes, no, look at the sports one. And I was like, okay. And I opened it up. I was like, what? And no, opened it up again. And I was like, okay. Opened it up. Advertisement for a Japanese woman with big breasts.
Oh,
and like and like advertisement for like escort services.
Oh no!
And it's not. I'm talking about I'm talking about big breasts, but like, I'm talking about like uncensored big breasts.
Oh shit!
And I was like, what the hell? And he's like, yeah. And he's like, I don't think they're real. Yeah, look closely. I don't think they're real. And I was like, Dad, I'm not gonna look closely, right? Like, he's just being dumb about it. No, but he's like, look at it. And I was like, yeah. And my mom's getting all mad at him. Like, he's like, my dad's name's Ruben, right? Like, Ruben, stop looking at it. No, but he's all like, no, but look at it. Like, they're not real, are they? Like, just didn't know, just being all dumb about it.
Yeah.
And I just started laughing my ass off. I was like, oh my god, I just gave my dad a whole fucking newspaper about like escorts. Oh my god, that's so funny. It was so hilarious, dude. I want to send it to your dad.
Right? Oh my god, that'd be funny.
I'm gonna tell him, David didn't want to send this to you, so I had to give it to my dad.
Oh man, that's funny.
But yeah, that's it. I didn't really buy anything, but it was just, like I said, like not to sound like prestigious and shit, like, but I love just being there, like just I not taking pictures, not buying anything.
Yeah. No, but, I mean, I get that too. I mean, when we went to Mexico, I didn't buy a lot of things for myself.
Oh, I know, David, because at the end of the day, like the last 2 days, you're like, I have money, I need to spend it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so in this trip, I was kind of like, okay, we're going to like places that like I know I love. I gotta buy something, No,
like, you weren't allowed, dude.
Yeah, and so I tried to like get whatever I could and all that, and I also bought some stickers. I didn't mention that. I bought some stickers, some Pokemon, some anime stuff, and all that. We went to a bunch of stores with anime in it. Those were really cool. I really love seeing the figurines. The
Akibara, yeah.
The stickers really are really cool. I don't know where I'm gonna use them on, or like I hardly ever buy them because I just never know what to use them on. But luckily, I have a plan for these. But yeah,
no, you know what? Like I wanted to buy the stickers too, but that's how I am too. It's like I want the stickers, but where am I gonna put them?
Yeah,
it's like I don't want to just have them just on my desk or like just put them away. But it's like I want to put them somewhere, but it's like where am I gonna put them? Where I'm gonna be like, okay, hey, Japan,
yeah,
and because it's like either the computer, but it's like I don't know, because what if I get rid of it, or my desk, because bound to get rid of it either way. It's I don't know. It's like, and it sucks though. Like to me, not saying that it sucks, but it's like I mean, as a parent now, I guess. Not even as a parent, honestly, but I just don't have the room.
Yeah.
It's like I wish I could put like another desk in here, but I can't.
Yeah.
Or I wish I could do like renovations somewhere else, but I just don't have the space. Like I want to buy actual like video games, like the actual physical disc copies and all that. Yeah, physical. I don't have the room. So it's like I'm just digital now, and movies as well. Like I get so jealous when my brother buys like, oh, I bought this movie, and like he hates the movie, but he loves the box art. And I'm like, what the fuck are you doing with that movie? Like I love that movie.
Yeah.
But I mean that's just the way I am. That's why like when we went to Japan, I was just like especially Disney, I was like, I'm only gonna buy something that's Kingdom Hearts, so I can buy it for myself and something for my brother because he's like a big fan.
Mm-hmm.
Didn't find shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, didn't find shit, and I was like, okay, the good excuse to not buy shit here.
Mm.
And then even the last day too, when he found Chopper, I found stickers for Kingdom Hearts, and I told him too. I was like, I wanted to buy you stickers, but I was like, what the fuck am I gonna do with that? And he's like, thank God you didn't buy me that shit. He's like, there's no point.
Yeah.
So now I'm just like I'm buying what I like.
Mm-hmm.
So like even if it's a figure, like I'll buy it, but
Mm-hmm.
even over there, it's like whatever.
Yeah, for sure. We forgetting anything about the trip?
Not really, but I want to ask you a question real fast. What the fuck did you do when we were in the park?
Yeah. Oh yeah. We went.
You were
to
gone
a
for
park.
hours, dude.
Yeah. No, I just walked around. Yeah. So we went to a park. Just really, it was really big. And all that. A lot of people, just laying around everywhere, doing their own thing. You guys just stayed in one place, and I just walked around trying to take pictures. And I mean, yeah, that's all I did.
Bro, you were gone for like 3 hours.
Yeah, I mean, there was like a lot of things to kind of take a picture of. There's a lot of
Yeah.
people there. There was one point where it was kind of like a lake, I guess, and just a lot of people playing. And I was like,
Shut up. Really?
yeah. And so, not in the lake, but like past it and all that.
No, but I'm saying there was a lake there?
Yeah. With a little bridge and all that, and I was trying to take pictures of that and all.
Oh, that's cool. I didn't know that.
Yeah. And so yeah, I was just off on my own. There were places where they were showing pictures of like birds that you can see, and I was hoping to see that, but it was starting to get dark, so I was like, all right, I'm out. And yeah, basically kind of went like in a circle around the park, not the whole park obviously, because like I said, it's fucking huge. But yeah, and I just caught up with you guys. So hopefully,
Oh, lady shit.
yeah, it was literally starting to
It was
get
getting dark.
Yeah.
We're like, where the fuck is David at?
Yeah. Yeah. It was funny though, because when I came back, I was like, oh, how were the people like next to you? Because there were people next to us. They were like playing music like really loud, good music.
They were getting lit, bro.
Yeah. And so I told her like, oh, so what happened? And she just goes, yeah, one of them threw up. I'm like, oh shit, okay. They were.
Yeah, dude. It was funny because it's like they were playing like English music, like just Eminem. They started playing my favorite band, which is System of a Down. But they were skipping like the ones that I like the songs that I like, and then they played like the mainstream ones, and I was like, oh, like go back, And then they go, do you know the Tokyo Drift song?
No.
Then it's like, I wonder if you know how they live in Tokyo.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Yeah, it's that one. They were seeing it, and I was like, oh shit, like they love it, like it's awesome, And then they started playing like just like random like songs that I didn't know. And then right before you got there, like they were like cleaning up. They're like, okay, let's go. And then one of them just like tumbling, like stumbling and stuff, and just goes, bleh. And we're like, oh shit.
Yeah.
And their friends were like, oh crap! They ran to him, like two of them. They ran to him and like, hey, you okay? And they're like, oh yeah, but they're also having a good time. I was like, that's cool.
Yeah, that's
you can't do that here, but that's cool.
That's funny.
But yeah, Japan, it's good. It's awesome. I love it. Yeah,
for sure. Yeah, it was all good fun. Yeah, we mostly just did like a lot of sightseeing and all that. I'll try to get those pictures done. Legend of Zelda is just my main right now.
Yeah, that's true. Send me the pictures of the park.
Okay.
Yeah, because you mentioned like a whole bridge, and I was like, what the fuck?
Yeah. I'll post about it for sure someday. But yeah, fuck. I really hope I'm not missing anything from the trip. I mean, I don't know. I'm sure one day my sister will talk about it in the other podcasts. But we'll see.
That's it. Other than Other than when we
Oh,
actually did have to leave, the plane left on time.
oh yeah, the plane went back. We left on time. That was cool,
We left on
and
time, and it was a shorter trip.
it was way shorter. It felt a whole lot faster. And then when we got, and this is when we said like cultural differences right here,
Oh
where
yeah,
the airport in Japan, they were like, "Hello, hi, go over here, come," and all that. They're very, very nice, very patient. And then we get back to the U.S. and the
yes,
airport there, next in line. You just
next.
all the employees screaming and shit, and like people not paying attention and all that. And I'm like, fuck.
You're
uh,
like, you're like, Dad.
uh, but yeah, no, I mean for sure, cultural differences over there, dude. Holy shit, everyone's super nice. Everyone is always so helpful and all. Um, yeah, and just insane and so clean. That's one thing we mentioned too. Like,
Okay,
holy
that
shit.
I wanted to mention that like in the beginning, like once we like left like the Airbnb like the first place, dude, everything's clean.
Mm-hmm.
It
And
is so clean.
not a single piece of trash on the floor. You actually have to keep track of your own trash because like it's you're literally not allowed to like walk and eat at the same time. If you get food,
Mm-hmm.
you gotta like stay in one spot, eat your food, and then if you can't find
Yeah,
a trash can nearby, you're just holding onto it for the rest of the day until you find one. Uh and so it's just
and it was like
insane.
it's funny because it's like the only time that you find the place like dirty, like Airbnb,
Mm-hmm.
is in the morning because like the stores or whatever, like they keep their trash on the street,
Mm-hmm.
but it's not even dirty. It's like in trash bags. Everything's like nicely just there,
Yeah.
and then when we go back, all gone.
Yeah. All gone.
And it's like everything is clean. Like the bathrooms and the train stations, dude, clean as fuck.
Oh my gosh. We
So clean.
we went to one. It was when we went to the Carl's Jr. Me and Susan were trying to find a bathroom, and like
Mm-hmm.
the one that we went in there, like I
Oh,
said,
the random
clean.
one, yeah,
Yeah, and then but like also though the door itself, like it covers like the entire wall. Like you get all the privacy that you
yeah.
want and everything. Like holy shit. Oh man.
Not even that, but when you go to stalls over there, it's like like here in America, it's like if you go to like a bathroom like in a restaurant, and
Mm.
like it's like oh, I have to go to the bathroom, and it's like if you're not using the urinal, it's like you use like the stalls, and it's like what's it called? Like the walls are just like so high,
Mm.
you can see through the gaps,
Yeah.
and when you go over there, it's like no, you have your own room.
Yeah.
I was like,
Basically.
what the fuck? When I was over there, I was like, hell yeah, dude, it's
Mm-hmm.
awesome.
Mm-hmm. And then one thing I actually like, I didn't notice it until I was listening to like the podcast that I mentioned in the beginning. But they were like, how is it that we're in one of like the biggest cities in the world and it's silent? Like it is so fucking quiet
It's so
everywhere.
quiet. Yes.
Mm-hmm. Like you see cars running around. There's only like one moment where these two dudes were kind of like almost getting in the fight. I don't know if you
Yeah.
remember.
Oh yeah. Like,
That was funny.
and he's like yelling at the guy, the worker. I
Mm-hmm.
was like, what the fuck are you doing? I don't know.
Yeah.
I wanted to punch that guy.
Yeah. Um. But like just not even the traffic. Like it's super fucking quiet. Even the cars themselves are quiet. You remember? Like we can like.
Dude, I was telling everyone, I was like, it's so quiet over there. I felt like every car was a hybrid.
Mm-hmm.
Like the trucks too. Like they look old as fuck, but they look like they're like they're so quiet.
Mm-hmm.
Everything's quiet. Yeah.
Yeah, it's insane. Uh, but yeah,
I miss it.
I miss it too. Fuck.
I feel like the loudest places were like where tourists are at.
Oh, for sure. But like
Yeah.
even then though, it wasn't like the people that were loud. It was just like the stores inside trying to like probably just get people's attention or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah.
Go to Japan. Go to Japan.
Go to Japan for sure.
It's awesome.
Yeah. Dang, 3.5 hours. Mm-hmm. Technically, our Japan trip was 3 hours because I think we went like half an hour on the beginning.
Yeah, I think so too.
Yeah. But yeah, everyone. Thank y'all for listening. Our next episode will be about Legend of Zelda, mostly just the ones that we played before.
That's gonna be like 6 hours right there.
Oh my god, I don't know. We'll see. I don't know. I feel like I haven't played a lot, but I'm sure once I like remember like which ones I play, I'm gonna be like, oh shit, this is gonna be a big episode. I'm sure you played more than me.
Of what?
Legend of Zelda.
Oh, okay, not the new one. Just because I haven't played it. So.
No, yeah. I think we'll leave out Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom. Obviously, we can do that.
No, we can throw in Breath of the Wild.
Okay.
Yeah, just because it's like, I mean, we both played it. I just not the new one. I haven't played it, so.
Yeah. But yeah, we're everywhere. Apple, Spotify, and all that. YouTube. I'm also in Red Spotlight. I'm just gonna name that for now because the other ones. But yeah, thank y'all.
I don't care about that one. Yeah.
Thank y'all for listening.
And then watch us for the mystery one, the mystery episode with the maids.
Oh my god. That's Patreon exclusive type right there.
Patreon exclusive, the maids and the happy endings. OnlyFans. David #Moreno _123 at gmail.com. $2 on sale right now. My account got hacked, so I had to put yours on. Any closing comments or what?
Wait, what?
Any closing comments?
No. Just it was an experience. I hope anyone else can experience what we did too. You gotta travel once in your life.
If you want to go to Japan, do it. It's worth it. We did it with no tour guide. Just kind of know where you're going. It's easy now because of cell phones.
Yeah.
Book your ticket. GR pass for sure. If you stay there for a week. Wi-Fi box for sure.
Also, one thing I did, buy some cheap underwear, socks, and undershirts. Or bras for the ladies. And then throw them away at the end of your trip. And that way you'll have a shit ton more room in your luggage to take more stuff.
Yeah, that's your call. But yeah, I mean, if you love Japan, it's everything that you dreamed of. It's awesome. It's so cool. The food's great. If you're really picky, sucks for you. Deal with it.
Deal with it.
Yeah, deal with it. I hate fucking squid. I hate seafood. I ate it, and I was like, tastes the same as any other seafood. But yeah, just whoever is listening, just for sure, Japan, great trip.
Right.
If you want to do like 4 months, I can't help you there.
Yeah. Again, thank y'all, and bye.
Bye. See you on the next one, guys. Bye.